All right. Early morning, early morning. Hey, it's good though. It's good. We could chill before the market opens. Anybody have any questions beforehand, they can ask them. Um, and yeah, just because it's a weird start to a week, I thought I'd start it a little early, just because it is Tuesday already. Some people are gonna feel really weird about the week and how it's starting and stuff. So I don't mind being here a little early. I'll be honest, I really do hate short weeks though. Short weeks actually suck. I feel like it congests the trading, and you see that displayed on the charts every time. The volatility of things. And people are always looking for just one direction, but in reality, we get both. Just to remind everybody, for you guys who are tuning in here a little early, we are definitely still bullish as long as we hold this area, as as shown in the video yesterday. So definitely go check that out if you didn't already. There's actually 3 videos in the channel or in my channels. What's up? I never got into one direction. And just to kind of show you guys what that looks like from the bigger time frame down to the smaller, because I mean I could just show you some random support and resistance. Like, okay, what does that help? You can see here this morning it's already been tested in pre-market. We were kind of low next to it, and then this morning we dumped again, and we held it again. So still holding in the pre-market, nothing crazy. And then I went ahead and I marked. This is the only level that isn't in the video from yesterday, 681.90. It's just the PDCP. And I just wanted to throw it on there because this might be a really helpful chart. I do have everything on the same chart right over here, but I feel like I just like this chart more because it's spaced out better. But of course, if anybody wants that personal preference of having literally everything drawn out, it's already there for you. But I'm probably gonna hang out on this chart today. And then I have tons of charts posted in the Discord. Honestly, I could sit here and talk all day about what's what and what looks like what. But definitely go check out those different posts and stuff. Hope you guys check that out. Morning, morning, morning. Good to see you. What's good, Alex? What's good, Huckett, Rocks, Data J, Matty Ice. Good to see you all. Good morning. I just thought I'd start it a little earlier. Give people a chance to come ask questions about what's going to possibly happen today and possibly this week before the market starts moving on this short week. Also trying to find a song. I tell you, man, this is the weirdest headset I've ever owned. I forgot all about the thing where it's like if it doesn't have sound playing, it's gonna turn off. Like this headset's weird or busted. I have no idea. Exactly, get those neurons firing. Just kind of get awake a little bit. I've actually been sitting here already for like almost an hour, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. And then we started getting closer and closer and closer, and I was like, I'm just gonna start the stream. Who gives a shit? But yeah, I'm glad to be here. Hopefully, we can get some trades early this week. We shall see. And yeah, Mr. Huck, and I'm very interested to see where that's going to end up today. I can't tell you how excited I get when I see a gap down or a gap up, even if it's a small one. I'll sit there and be like, guys, if it isn't an important size gap, don't mark it. And everyone always asks me, what's that? What's that? And I'm like, dude, even if I get just like $1 move, I draw it. So yes, definitely draw that gap down fib today, brother. In any scenario where there's a gap, draw that. You'll be doing yourself a favor. I've never seen a single one trick pony fib that worked so well in my life. And it's funny because even if you're not trading it, you're just kind of sitting there watching it, you'll be like, damn, it's actually like sticking to what I drew, which is kind of nice. And then the theory behind everything, of course, abusing that 50% if you can. The dotted lines is targets mainly. etc., etc. SPY with a little bounce reaction on the PDL at 678, also PML. Yeah, it's looking good there so far. Which again, if anybody here watched my video analysis, we talked about the break and retake scenario. So we're actually possibly looking for this area to break, and honestly, my scenario talks about this whole week, right? Over this course of this week, I'm looking for 675 to break and 678 to retake, right? So if that doesn't even happen, we're even more bullish than that, right? Because that would bring on some aggressive selling, and then which would bring on some aggressive buying. The retake would bring in more aggressive buying because people are like, well, no, I just saw it break. It's kind of dumb, you know. So if we get that scenario, it should be more aggressive just because of the pacing of it all. In a scenario where we don't break and retake, we just hold and bounce and go back above the 682s over the course of this week. It's very possible that it's not going to be aggressive, if that makes sense. Hey, gorgeous, what's up, Fipo? Good to see you, dude. Actually, now that you're here, I am going to click on that thing you sent. Because you know what? I started stream early. Might as well look at some stuff. What did they do to the mini scout? The new Battlefield 6 map is out, dude. I'm hyped. Oh, wait, at 9 o'clock. What's it, an hour and 10 minutes? Dude, we gotta play the Battlefield 6 update today, man. I'm super fucking hyped. Alright, let's go check out what they did to the gun that I like. They fixed recoil and all kinds of stuff. What the hell? Are we getting like a complete game overhaul? What is this? This is a fucking huge tweet. Dude, they finally fixed what I said was broken. I've been saying since day one of this game coming out, the in-world spotting range is so insane. And they adjusted it finally. Yeah, recon class is broken. I don't see anything about that gun, honestly, but it's because I'm scrolling. Oh, wait, here it is. They probably reduced how OP it is over the long distances. Yeah. Velocity was changed by 80 meters. That's actually not that bad. Honestly, Scout's still kind of broken if that's all they updated. Oh, and they reduced this limb damage to better align with lower torso damage values. I'm not hitting torso anyway. You know what I'm saying? Did they? Oh, they did something to the L8 5A3. No. Reduced recoil, randomness, improving consistency and effectiveness at longer ranges. Wait, they made it better? Huh? Wait, they actually buffed our gun. Brother, they buffed our gun. I told you it was good that we were using a gun that no one's using. Every other gun got nerfed except ours. It's literally our gun. Alright, what'd they do to breakthrough? Did they do anything to breakthrough? It does not look like it. Oh yeah, they did. They fixed Siege of Cairo, where players could reach the top of buildings in Sector D3 using the deployable cover gadget. Yeah, that was pretty cringe. Fixed missing water and visual issues in several swimming pools. Yeah, in the swimming pools, you're not even in the water, you're just floating. I can't read all that. That's a lot. It looks like a lot is getting changed. RPG also got fixed with the inaccuracy. Thank God, dude. Damn, they might have made us more broken. Have I seen Hood? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've been drooling over Hood. I've been drooling over this. Because I've been waiting for this to get any kind of reaction at all. You know, I was kind of wanting to be bullish on it back here, and then I just waited. I never touched it, and I'm kind of glad I did. This is just kind of dumb. But then again, this is just part of that sector that fell. A lot of things in that sector fell. But yeah, Hood's not a bad one. This is a great one to be looking at right now. I've been telling my chat to go look at like Coin, and then of course like some of your top spy weights. But Coin's another one that's just like, what the fuck is this doing down here? This is a great one. I'm probably gonna be in swings in this after today or tomorrow. And people probably won't join me on it because it's too early. They're too scared. But in all honesty, this is where a lot of the best buying dips will happen. Is when it feels like that. That's why today we're probably not gonna just go straight up. We probably will see a little struggle at first. So that's why you got to remind yourself of the larger time frame stuff, the macro, so you can be more comfortable on the micro, on the mini time frame, the smaller time frame. And yeah, but that's hype. I can't wait. I'll have to play some on stream at the end of the day or something. It looks like I beat most of my Discord to being awake though. I know there's a few people in my chat though that wake up at like ridiculous times. I won't name them because I'm not trying to put them on the spot, but I know of at least like 5 or 6 people in my chat that wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning. Bet. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stream for a while today, or at least like stock stuff for a while, because I want to go over some shit. Also, shout out to you guys. We're still at 100 like channel sub thing, so that's pretty badass. Of course, I don't get all of that. YouTube gets some of it, but it's still kind of badass. It is amazing how much support the YouTube channel still gets, despite that big break I took last year, or the year before last year. I don't even remember how to like say that now. Bet. Yeah, I can't wait to see that new map, honestly. Definitely gonna queue that all week this week. just get the map fucking stuck in my head playing it. It reminds me of a map from a different game though, I'll be honest. It looks like another map that's like, oh, it looks like this. But yeah. Alright, well enough of that. Do we have any questions in the pre-market stream, guys, about anything on the SPY chart? I've already gone over a lot. But we can repeat stuff or go over stuff again. I even got fresh water and everything. Who doesn't like some good cold, crisp water? Oh, almost posted at the wrong channel. So news is already out this morning. U.S. equity futures fell as concerns about AI dampened sentiment, with Wall Street set to resume trading after a holiday break. Treasuries edged higher while gold fell. And then stuff about Iran and the UK unemployment rate in here. Iran's foreign minister says Iran and U.S. have clear path to move forward. Fed Goolsbee, services inflation is not tame. That Goolsbee speaks in codes, man. Want to see evidence inflation headed back to 2%. I see 3% is the loose target for neutral rate. They're still hellbent on that, man. And then, of course, we have FOMC minutes this week. A lot of people are going to freak out about that. It's just the minutes. The 19th Walmart earnings call was a Chinese holiday that day. Actually, it's a Chinese holiday pretty much all week. Jobless claims on the 19th. And then honestly, Thursday, it looks like Thursday, if you're trying to, I mean, sorry, this would be what? That would be Friday. Friday, sorry, this all got me fucked up. Um, Friday is a insane day of news. There's a lot of data coming out on Friday. And not just like, that annoying, oh, this comes out and it's just, basic data kind of, this is like PCE and all kinds of stuff. This is very important. So Friday is definitely I don't think you should touch this kind of day. But the rest of this week looks like it's fair game. I think it's going to go exactly how I said, though. I think it's just going to be very volatile. Like, you're not going to get a straight down or a straight up week this week until Friday happens. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we did just dump for, 3-4 days. Or pump for 3-4 days, I'd be glad to be wrong about a single directional market. It's totally fine. Oh, what's up, Brox? Good to see you in the Discord. My bad. I don't click on the Discord as much when I start streaming. Honestly, I don't read a whole lot when I start streaming. I need to read y'all's messages more. Yeah, so far still just holding. I mean, nothing really crazy here. And yeah, I have the watch list open, so we have the sectors ready to go whenever the market opens. Again, though, I would 100% go to the Discord, guys, and I would be checking out the different videos that were posted yesterday. The Levels of the Swings channel has a video about SPY and things that relate to SPY. In the VIP floor, SPX, also things that relate to SPX. And then if you go to the sectors channel, my favorite right now, explains a lot more. It's not just SPY, but the breakup of SPY, what makes it up, and where are they all at position and stuff. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ooh, what's up, Carter? What's up, Letterbuck? Good to see you too. I'm trying to keep it open so I at least see people join in the beginning, and then when it starts, I'll probably just ignore that it exists. I'll have to check what this does to the quality of the YouTube stream because I really don't remember, but I don't think it does anything. I'm also running at like a super low quality on Discord, so it shouldn't be like, the craziest of quality. But I just do that so it at least runs smooth. It's not like we need, 1440p candlesticks. Yeah, good morning to everybody. How are you guys? How's everybody? And the either side, Discord or the YouTube chat. If you guys have any questions that kind of relate to any of the videos that are in the Discord or anything about the levels on any of the charts I'm going through, feel free to ask. I mainly just go through SPY, and a lot of SPY's weights. So I go through a lot of different charts. I think some people see this and they think just SPY, but a lot of people don't understand that SPY is not just one thing. SPY is like over 500 things. And no, it's not perfectly 500. You'd think. Asa, what's up, Carter? Good to see you, Fender. Morning, good people. Buenos dias. And yeah, I started the stream early. If anybody didn't hear earlier, just again, because kind of a weird week. Not gonna lie. No Monday, and then Friday has a ridiculous amount of data. It's like we're sandwiched on both sides this week. But I honestly think that makes for a really good scalpers market, though. Just because we're kind of expecting a lot of up and down, not really just expecting a single directional market. Perfect for a scalper. And yeah, I'll turn off the pre-market ugly crap whenever market opens because I don't like looking at it either. But I'll just leave it up till the market opens. I do have the chain open on my other screen here, so I'll be going through that as well if I see anything I like. Really kind of just focused around trading around bounces or rejections of this area and vice versa around the PDCP. So really focused on trades that are around this area or here. That would be nice. I check trade floor and I just see this huge fucking amount of emojis. Go ahead, spam everybody. Damn, seeing that bacon emote or emoji, that actually kind of got me hungry just now. That might prove that I'm American, just straight up. Just sees anything that looks like bacon and gets hungry. I don't even like breakfast, dude, but damn, does bacon sound good right now? Goes AFK, misses market. Food coma. A lot of really good posts too in the Discord. I know some people just kind of stick to themselves, but it's kind of nice seeing a couple good posts here and there. Oh, shut up, dude. You're making me hungry, dude. Pancakes and a side of bacon with some coffee. Sign me up. Oh my god. I wasn't even thinking pancakes or nothing, man, but now I am. Do you think there's a version of our planet somewhere out there in the universe where it's not really racism by color, but it's racism by people judging each other based on if they like pancakes or waffles more? That's the kind of shit I think about. Damn, that does sound really good though. Whenever the syrup spills off the pancake a little bit, hits the bacon, you're like, oh, I don't mind that. Fuck, dude. Now I am hungry. Hashtag fuck Letterbuck. It even rhymes. If I get one more alert talking about gold falling, I get it. No judgment there. Alpha Century, maybe. GC popped at 6, but been choppy since. What is GC? Oh, you're talking about gold. I'm like, I don't know, GC. What ticker is that? No, that makes more sense now. I did just mention it. Yeah, I've gotten like maybe 26 alerts this morning just from financialjuice.com saying, yeah, gold's falling, gold's falling. Oh, Centauri. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Alpha Centauri. I was like, what the hell are you saying? Imagine though, you hate someone because they like waffles or because you like pancakes, vice versa. And we laugh at that, but it's like that's the level of shit people get mad at each other for these days. Oh my god, you like pancakes and I like waffles? Fuck you. It's like, what? I won't lie, I kind of like how our pre-market's just stuck between these two areas. Absolutely stuck in there. Is everybody good this morning? Did everybody in the Discord and YouTube stream, did you guys at least catch some of the videos? It's okay if you didn't watch all 3 of them, but I would definitely be at the very least checking the levels and swings one. But the sectors videos are really nice too. And of course, if you have that personal preference for SPX, that's there as well. I just realized I can't see how long my stream's been. Oh, here it is. Yeah, we've already been going for 29 minutes. I can't tell you the last time we were streaming that early before the market. I just know that people do not care until that market actually opens. Which I guess I get, but I know I just like to at least be somewhat awake or prepped, or at least somewhat thinking about anything that's on my screen beforehand. I don't think it's fair for you to do that to yourself. Like, not be prepared and then try to trade. It's like you're not really doing yourself a favor. And even if you did it the night before, that's fine too. But it's just like not doing it at all is just insane work. Dude, I'll be listening to like a genre of songs and it just goes to some random shit, man. What is YouTube doing? It always takes me a second to actually get it too. Like, oh hey, it's got me listening to some random shit. I guess I could turn on music for this stream in a little. Aloha, what's up, JC? Good to see you. Great to see you. I'm not gonna add 50 emojis, but I put 2 on there. It's probably easier to do on the phone. But yeah, we've been going for a little while now. We're already about to end stream. Actually, it's been good seeing you. I'm just kidding. Don't scare anybody. Not too good, or not good. Went too hard on some spicy. Oh, but those hit. My stomach's all messed up today. Yeah, that'll happen. But it's called value. You know, was it worth it? Because in my eyes, it was probably worth it. That's me though. I'll have like some hot chips or something like the day before, and I'll be like bitching about the next day. It's like, brother, I'm the one who ate them. Who am I complaining to? Man, you're making me hungry too, man. You and Letter Buck need to chill the F out. Washing up with some tequila, can't complain. Oof. Sounds like you had a good ass fucking dinner then. All right, guys, we have about 16 to 17 minutes before the market opens. Bonjour. What's up, Rob? Good to see you, brother. I don't know why I try to add an accent every time I say stuff like that. Felt like it needed it. Good to see you there, Rob. Always a good time seeing that name pop up. Actually, what was the last thing you said last week that really stuck to me? I'm trying to remember now. What show are y'all? Oh, y'all talking about industry. Oh, that's what it was. That thing about the Pentagon. Um, the cloud during Maduro raid stuff. That's the last thing I remember looking at. I like how you say it the proper way instead of saying the way it's written. It doesn't feel right if I say bonjour, banjour. Like what? That sounds more racist than me saying it with a fake French accent. I'm just butchering the word at that point. Bang, bong. It's like a huge difference. You know, in English, we say there's like three there's. We got were, we're. We just like confusing other people. That has to be what the whole point of English was to troll other languages. And then it only became a coincidence that we did the same thing with our measurement systems. You know, oh, we're different. We have the yeah. I genuinely think whoever created this system for us was trolling. Good morning, Bueller. No work today. It's raining in LA, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Sorry to hear about the rain, but that might be a good thing. We'll see here in a second, or in a little bit. That sucks though. At the same time, considering we just got off yesterday, or most of us had off yesterday. I know not everybody did. These federal holidays, man. Some of them are like well timed. It's like, man, I feel like we haven't had a holiday in forever. And then this past few, it's like, man, can we stop having holidays? Can we please space these out? Someone in here is like, dude, shut up. Guys, you have about 12 minutes, a little less. And remember, guys, we already kind of went over a bunch of stuff. If you have any questions before the market opens or during the market, just feel free to throw them out. I'll get to them when I get to them. If you guys have any questions regarding the Discord itself, there's a bunch of videos in there from yesterday that were just posted. SPY, SPX, the sectors of SPY, all the different conditions and triggers we're looking for. What the hell are these levels? You know, so if you ever wanted like the actual explanation of everything a little bit slower, more at your pace, definitely go check those out. Welcome to the live stream, though. Make sure to drop a like on the stream. Started a little earlier than usual. Can't speak English either. So yeah, good start to this very short week. I say very short just because Friday is definitely jam packed. There's a lot of news on Friday. I already see people crying about FOMC on Wednesday, but these are what I call uneducated traders because we have meeting minutes this Wednesday. Completely different ball game there. I always see that on Twitter, and it makes me laugh every single time. It instantly tells me, wow, this guy has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And then I can keep scrolling. And then I get off Twitter because I'm like, why am I even on this? That is the downside to sharing links on Twitter is like, man, I have to actually have a Twitter account. It's nice to have a day off, just gives me more time to study. Nice, nice. Good mindset. Hopefully this is a good week for it. I was already saying earlier, and I'll just repeat it again. This will probably be a weird week for some people, or most, just because I think everybody's always in the mindset of looking for one direction. You know, like, oh, we're going to go up this week, or we're going to go down this week. And it's like, have you ever thought about us possibly doing both within the same week? And I think this is one of those perfect weeks. We're coming off of a weird holiday. We've been, I say, in a slump, and a lot of people will tell you the same, but in reality, we're really not. We're just consolidating. Anyone telling you otherwise is lying. And I don't know. It just feels like this is one of those weeks where we do possibly see the break and retake of something like we already kind of saw a little bit in pre-market today. You can see just the aggressiveness of that drop into the aggressiveness of that recovery a little bit. And though this is only a little bit of movement, it is a good kind of depiction of what this looks like on all time frames. This is kind of what people expect. When in reality, we get a little bit of both. So we'll see. This week, I'd like to see if we can hold on to 676 area, possibly a little higher than that, just to kind of show we're stronger. Any kind of break of 676, 675 will tell me that it's a little bit more bearish than bullish. A retake of that, which is kind of what I'm expecting, will definitely kind of flip things on their head. It'll definitely make things a lot more bullish than they are, which will be really good for some green candlesticks over course of multiple days probably. So if that does happen, I'll be excited. But that is a lot of what I broke down in those videos in the Discord, so definitely go check those out. Like I said, at y'all's own pace, some of that stuff is a little bit just slower, like a little bit more explained. But I try my best here in the stream as well. We're still kind of messing around with the previous day lows as well, like the beat of it right here. The pre-market highs kind of line up with your previous day lows, the meat of it at least. I know somebody's gonna be like, well, that's not previous day low. I understand that. But the meat of it is right there. Your previous day open is around there. Your previous day close is around there. I mean, we have a lot of levels that are under previous day control point. When is the last time previous day open and previous day close were under the PDCP like that? Just a very calculated looking range we have right now. All right, I am going to switch the chart back to none of this ugly junk. I gotta fix the chart now though. And like I said already, and you guys kind of use whatever chart you want. There is, of course, a chart with a shit ton of levels. I'll probably switch this one when I go over to the 1 minute. But it is kind of nice to have a little bit more of a zoomed out look, just a little more calculated look. So it's really just personal preference. I just like looking at it like this, but you'll probably see me flop between both because this kind of reminds me of what's priority. The other one just kind of shows me where is literally everything. So to be honest with you, I'm really not surprised that we dumped down to this. I'm not really surprised that we've already picked back up and already kind of looking to go bump our head against this. It's actually exactly what I expected. Just consolidation. But I really am just glad to see us still sticking around the two key areas. Like I said, a lot of our trades today, or a lot of people's trades in my chat, need to be around these two key areas. You're either trading from one to the other or outside of them to a different level. It doesn't matter. But a lot of our trades need to be around one of those two areas. or going towards those two areas. Whether it's for a scalp that you're in for fucking 7 minutes, I don't care, you know. But that's really what trading comes down to at the end of the day. Find some key areas that you like, try your best to stick to it, and then review it. Review how well did you perform compared to what you planned beforehand before things started moving. Can't really judge yourself when the market didn't open yet. But after the day ends, look back at that and be like, you know what? What did I do in comparison to what I planned? Did I do anything that I talked about? No. Okay, 0 out of 10 then. It shouldn't matter. Oh, I lost 10%. Oh, I gained 10%. That's not what we're looking for. What actually made that happen? Good morning, though, guys. The market is about to open here in a few minutes. If you haven't already, be sure to like the stream. I am also streaming on Discord. I don't always do that, but I'm trying better to show up there a little bit more. Adam, that is the funniest shit I've read. I actually was wondering what his reply was going to be to that message. I have been waiting very patiently. The what trader? Sad, they just make it up words now to sell their. It's like a legit book by a legit. Oh, that is so funny. God, I love Adam. Oh, he's here. Good. I was genuinely waiting because I kind of made up a reply for you in my head whenever he sent that, and I was like, oh, he's making fun of the word disciplined. I would never have guessed what you responded with. That's even funnier. They're just making shit up now. These Mark Douglases, how dare they? It just names like the biggest name ever. These Warren Buffetts, how do they get off, man? How do they go to bed at night? I gotta be careful. I might make a joke that'll piss off somebody that doesn't understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. It's actually funny. Adding words to the English dictionary just to sell courses. Now that is dedication. Seriously, like, who the F do you think you are? I'm in the trenches over here, yeah. Oh, that's actually funny. How have you been, Adam? I fucking love you're another person. That your name that pops up in chat and it just brings a smile to my face. There's only so many people that can do that, you know? I know when I see a sinful to Adam message, I'm about to get content though. Like that alone made me happy. I was like, I haven't even seen his response yet, and I'm laughing. The discipline what? I mean the what trader? What is the word disciple lined? Or a YouTube stream. I'll let y'all actually make your own decisions. Do y'all want music or no? If we do music, it's probably going to be really bad elevator music or classical. Probably classical, because I have to listen to it as well. And dear God, I'm not listening to elevator music. You're good. I'm glad to hear that, Adam. Yeah, YouTube stream. Do y'all want music or no? Discord, y'all don't have a choice. You don't get music regardless. That's just how things work. Good post by Frankie in the Discord already. He just said the sectors are 50-50 green versus red, which honestly explains a lot of the price action you guys saw in the pre-market, the down to the up. So that's cool. I like seeing those updates because it's not even that it directly helps me or anything. It's just nice to see that because then someone else in chat might look at that and be like, "Wow, what is he talking about?" And they might get interested. Then they learn about sectors. I think it's a good thing to try to make it contagious. It should be contagious to talk about sectors, to learn about sectors, to understand the breakup of it. Oh, when this sector's up, I understand that actually can cause movement in the SPY chart or triple Q or this or that. I think that's important. Because everyone always instantly goes to, well, fuck, what Trump tweet or what China say or what happened in this country. It's like, brother, none of that fucking shit matters. Like, yeah, that definitely moves the market. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it doesn't move the market, but we don't need to be so focused on it. I honestly don't care what's happening in the political landscape right now. I don't care. Like, I don't care what's happening on the federal side of things. I don't. I'm waiting for the interest rate to come down. That's all I know. That's all I need to be thinking about. But what you really need to be focused on is what actually creates these conditions for yourself. Are you the one getting in off of emotion, or are you the one getting in off of an actual, thing that you set, an actual condition? Oh, I said if this was going to happen, I would try my best to do this. Yeah, be conditional. If this, then that. If that, then this. By the way, show of hands in the Discord and YouTube, who is all buying shares of PayPal or Netflix? I've been doing dollar cost averaging since about a week and a half ago. About a week ago. I'm sorry. That meme will forever. I mean, that song will forever be stuck in my head when I hear that. Like whoever somehow made 6-7 a meme, we're all fucked. I'm never not gonna unthink about that now when I hear those numbers. I actually heard lore for what 420 where 420 actually came from before GTA 6 came out. Can you believe that? Lore of a number before GTA 6 came out. It's absolutely absurd. Look at Zim. It's funny you mentioned that. I saw it on is it Weeple? Or no, StockTwits. I saw it on my StockTwits app. It was just kind of like it was trending there last night, and I was like, "What the fuck? I've not seen Zim in a minute. Isn't this like a shipping company? I haven't seen that name in forever. Yeah, they seem to be popping off. Our YouTube chat, you didn't say anything, so I'm assuming y'all don't want music. So we're just gonna leave it as is. And can someone in the Discord stream tell me if you actually can hear anything or not? You should not be able to hear anything. It should just be the void. There shouldn't be volume to my chart. Though that would be epic if they added like cinematic music when the chart moved. All right, guys, market is open if you didn't already see that. We did just slightly go up, kind of towards 680, 190. I kind of already want to go to that other chart and go to the 1 minute, to be honest with you. Oh, geez. Remember, this is a pretty important level, and this is that other stupidly important level. A lot of your better trades are going to come from these two areas today. We also really, 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 really like coin a lot. You're probably going to see me post a lot of dip buys on this over the next couple weeks. We'll see if those hurt or not. But I do like coin a lot. I do believe ET had earnings, did they not? Yeah, they should be falling. Yeah, they are. Good call by that guy last week in chat. I think that was Huckett, wasn't it? Actually, I have no clue who that was. I'm not even gonna try to say names now. Somebody said we should trim, and I was like, you know what? That person's right. Want to short this pop for real? I do not blame you. I kind of want to see the break of the 675 today, and then maybe over the course of like this week, I'd like to see a retake of 678. I'm like, why does it keep doing that? I'm like, I forgot I unchanged it again. No loss of 680 and a retake of 682. That would be good for buyers, so we'll see. But I think as long as we're under this, it definitely feels like it should pull back at least a little bit. We'll see though. Based on bigger to smaller time frame, but a hold of this would definitely be better for buyer. Apple pretty strong bounce off of the previous day low and previous day close. Good mention. Yeah, as I look to my left, it's not looking too pretty. I see a lot of red over here, but when you start to see what's actually red, it's like, oh, everything's mixed. It's mixed up right now. And then you look right here. I mean, it's just a Christmas tree. A lot of mixed weights here at the open. Be very careful. This is where your random whipsaw type like feeling charts like kind of come out of nowhere. And it's not out of nowhere. It's just because the sectors are settling. They're kind of a combination of up and down right now. I could tell instantly because when you look over to your left and you see what's up, it's like bank, healthcare, Amazon, Costco. It's like, okay. None of those are the same sector. And then Netflix, too. Netflix is somehow green. But yeah, show of hands. Anybody buying PayPal or Netflix? A lot of people in my chat are just doing either just like small amounts per week or per month. I really don't know. Everybody's just kind of on their own thing. But I always like doing like a group trade. It's kind of fun. Everybody likes calling out options and shit because it brings that, short-term blood pressure amount. But to be honest with you, I think the coolest shit is whenever, as a group, we're all buying like the same shit, and then who knows, maybe like 8-9 months from now, we're like, oh my god, guys, we're up 12%, or just some cool shit like that. It does look like the buyers are taking over a little bit here at the open. We'll see if this continues, but at the start of this next 5-minute candle, it already tried to pop that level. All right, let's check out Apple real quick. Let's take a look at what Adam's looking at. Oh, I already see what Adam's looking at. Good looks, dude. What's Tesla doing, though? Damn, she started low. This poor thing. I really need to add these back. Yeah, because it does give you a good gauge of like, all right, well, how much did it fall? It's already hit 2 targets after 3 candles. That's nuts. That should at least consolidate, but it is Tesla. The dump and pump is very real on Tesla. They're still holding over 681.90. That is the previous day control point. Your high to your low 50%. That is still a very, very good hold on your SPY buyers here. As long as they hold over this, there's no reason they should not make it to. I mean, I say 684.50s, but you definitely should look over to your recent left first. And you can see there is kind of like a key area kind of in the middle of all that. So you could say 683.30 is like a good first target for yourself if you're someone who was early bullish. Without making shit up. We'll see. We did see tech down a little bit at the open. They're holding a little bit better here now. Our banks were up. We already knew that because literally every bank stock is up. Discretionary, we knew there was a good chance they were probably green just because we saw Amazon going up, saw a couple other smaller discretionary weights going up, but they seem to be flat actually when you look at the chart. Comms, really good move so far at the open. Staples, we are probably going to be talking about this the next couple weeks, but if the market does go back up, this is probably pulling back. So we'll come back and check this again just to make sure of that, but we'll have to come back and make sure of that. That is not one that I would be dead set on, because that could join the market if the market does continue up a little bit, but we'll see. And, we talked about the break and the retake, for upside, but that would be hilarious to see it from the other side. Hilarious or painful. All right, let's see. Are buyers still in control after that first initial move? They pushed over it. They are trying to hold it. Is this where the pump comes in, or is this where they truly start to show some aggression to the downside under the 681.90? Good morning. Good morning. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. I'm also live on the Discord. Good morning to everybody who joined in here as well. I see Marente now. What's up, Marente? Philly. Good to see you guys. Sorry, I'm like clicking back and forth, so if I don't see it, my bad. You've gotten your egg basket out. I'm happy to hear that. And even if it's not specifically those two, like I was explaining, it's just cool to see other people in here just buying what they want, Do you wait for pullback after orb? It just kind of depends what people are going for, Venture. You do want probably the retest, yes. But you could take the orb if you want as well. I was just explaining both scenarios. I don't like to bottle people into just one. I would definitely say higher probability and definitely more comfortable decisions if you're waiting for the retest after the orb, though. And this is a good sign by your buyers here. That's a really good candle on that last green one. This next one's probably going to be some kind of half indecisive candle. Yeah, there it is, 50-50 candle. This is where you want to enter here for longs. Any break of 681.90, you're definitely losing that trade. But we'll see if we get a move from here into that high, or if this is going to break down, and that's where a good stop loss trigger would be. Any breakdown of that too, now that you have price action sitting above this, would actually serve as very good seller momentum because you have the liquidation of buyers into the selling. So it's actually really cool when you see that. That's why I always talk about the break and the retake scenario, guys, because the break and the retake is beautiful. You saw that in your pre-market, actually. It's just hard to see because I don't have pre-market on. But when you see it like in an open chart like this, like let's say all this price action that's holding right here, it does break down. We do get a close under this. That actually serves as really, really, really good seller price action. So that's more or less what I'm waiting for. So a little bit different than what you asked, but I just wanted to explain that in a way that you understand that I'm not just bullish. I'm a little bit of both. But I understand where to flip my trigger. I know that my trade needs to be around that level, regardless of direction. Because I know where the most important levels are on the chart. I just need to stick to trading around them, if that makes sense. I guess that's a better way to put it. Looking for Meta to hold above 645. Ooh. Actually, I'll check that in a second. Let me go to my 5-minute again. Oh my god, that is so hard to look at. Oh, there we go. Looks like that sector is having a little bit of a struggle, but let's see. Oh, 645 is way effing up here. Okay, I see where you're looking now. Yeah, I won't lie. That sector is looking a little troublesome. You can see tech pulling back a little bit here now on the third 5-minute candle. So we should see a little bit of a red candle here on SPY. Oh my god. It's all fucking up all my stuff. There we go. All right, so we did finally get the break. Now did we get the rejection for the retest down? Let's see. And if we do get this, guys, I am looking at honestly, the 679s same day. They're about 130, 135, 140s area. And same goes for it, guys. As I was talking about, like, oh, if it's bullish, it needs to break this. If we're bearish here, if anyone here is bearish with me here, we're definitely saying the same thing. Any retake at 680, 190 kind of ruins this trade idea. And the 679 is already hitting 160s. Good morning. What is up, Alice? Good to see you, brother. I can never forget that name. I mean, if you read that name, his name out loud, it literally sounds like you're reading like a Roman general's name. Yeah, 170s. 170s on that now. 174. All right, I had 4. I'm going to trim 3 here. And it just dumped more as I'm selling. 180. I got it for 178. Sold out for 178 on 3 of them. The reason, does anyone, before I give you the answer, why am I trimming randomly right there? It's not random, but does anybody want to know why? God, I really loved when this wick came up like that. That was definitely the defining moment in my confidence. Like, seeing that was nice, but seeing this was like, oh my fucking God, cherry on top. And look at that, guys. The break and the retake, look how quick that went down to this. That contract hit 200. That is over $80 or $70 of movement in 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Not even a full 3 minutes yet. The main reason that I would trimmed right here is because there's like a higher low in the price action. That's it. Nothing super crazy. It probably does line up with the GP though. I'm not even, because it's way lower than like 50% of a move or anything. And then right here we could do a full TP or leave like a runner, which I'm kind of doing right now because I want to see if I can get the break of that or not. I'm okay taking a little chip at the end of my gain there. Yeah, the contract's sitting at like $200 now. So that's what I like to look for. Venture fit. What a great time frame to ask that question. I don't always trade live, but when I do it right. Type shit. But yeah, so I like break and retake shit. My friend Leland taught me this. This is before we knew that liquidity grabs were a thing, because I understand someone sitting in here and going, well, that's just a liquidity grab. No shit. Well, we didn't know that's what it was called when we discovered it and we're going through it. We started calling it the 90% entry. You know, we thought we were hot shit because we thought we discovered fire. And then we were like, wait, this is a thing that exists. You did 675s? Was 0.52? Good shit, dude. What's your thing again? What do you like to look for? Because I'll be honest with you, when I trade SPY, I just look at like 2 contracts out for same days because I know I'm not going to be in long. But what is the trick you like to look for in your deltas? It's also different from SPX because like when I do SPX, I'm looking at like 0.10, 0.12. What was your delta though for those? Let's see if my runner can actually get anything. Good shit, yeah. Those 675s moves really good. I'm looking at those now. New low of day. Let's fucking go. Oh, so you're doing the same thing as what I do on SPX, but for SPY. That actually works. I was always scared to do that. All right, I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna trim that other one because I really want to chill on focusing on stream. It hit 215, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I sold it 211 because that was no way I was getting that. Let's fucking go, dude. I had no intention of coming in here and like calling out and shit. It was actually in this candle, but because I know somebody's like, he didn't sell the low. So I'm going to circle that one so we don't have somebody going, well, that's too perfect. Actually, it was. It was perfect. So literally the perfect low. It might go lower, but I don't give a shit. I'll even mention Kevo in here. Wall Kevo posted 675 season. I'm just gonna call it the Delta strat because I'm gonna be honest, we've been doing that for a while in here, but I didn't know that's what you were doing on Spy. But everybody, if someone sees the word the Delta strat, they'll be like, oh, they're doing that thing where they buy a good Delta. That's sick though. But I'm gonna say, well, Kevo posted somebody using the Delta strat because that's actually insane. I did see you explain it one day, and I was like, oh, he's doing what we're doing, but I didn't see the number you were doing, and you're literally doing exactly what we're doing, which is honestly fucking beautiful. Too many people look for like a million things when they're looking at that shit. Man, nice. That was like a good little rush in the morning. I'm kind of glad I started the stream early as fuck now. Hi, we testing CDO? Yes, sir. Oh, good stuff, guys. Congrats on that move. Yeah, especially these few days on Spy. It's crazy. Yeah, dude, for real. It's definitely been a good time. You guys have been killing it though, and Kevo's been posting a lot of really good shit in there. Holy shit, dude! I'm not looking at the contract. I don't want to know. Of course, it was ranging, and it's like, no, don't do that. Yeah. It's okay. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. Oh, that is pretty fucking insane, though. Yo, you know what's up, though? Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I don't know if it's going to keep going up, but we'll see. This is a great start. Come on, CCL. Just have a green day hold. We don't need you to go up anymore. Literally just do this the rest of the day. You have permission to take the rest of the day off. But you can't fall. And yeah, I kind of expected this one to kind of suck today, but that's okay. This one is important. It should be down a little bit on the contract, though, because it's not like that contract's going to move. It's so far out. I think I posted like June on that. You just cut last runner? Bro, good shit, Matt. Round of applause for Kevo. Round of applause for Matt. Round of applause for Alex. Round of applause for SF. Round of applause for Venture. Round of applause for Oust. Round of applause for anybody. Now I need to go remind myself what contract is on this. Or I could just check my phone. Oh, it's the 40. Why do I have the number 60 in my head? What stock did we trade that's $60? I seriously had 60 stuck in my head. But it didn't feel right. Wait, that contract's up? Huh? Okay. I guess I'll post a quick update on that so people aren't like confused if they're in that. All right. Updated it. Oh my god. Good shit, Kevo. Just showing some runners off. Dude, good shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I love seeing that in the chat. I mean, if you literally go, this is why I said please go to the Discord for the videos like 6 times in pre-market, because I want people to go look for themselves. Like, we're looking for the break and the retake. I posted this so early yesterday in my channels, and then I go to my Twitter feed because I went to just post like a link to something. I think like one of my shorts went up or live or something. Like one of like the 2 pages of people that I actually kind of pay attention to when I see their name pop up. I saw him post this chart that basically had like this and this, and I was like, oh my god, we're on the same fucking wavelength. It was when I saw that I was like, yep, I'm just gonna trust everything I've gone. Like, why even think about anything else? Everybody's looking for a dip buy a little bit too early, when in reality the break and retake needs to happen first. That is like your always like initial, just like your engine starter. By the way, holy fuck, this is still falling. Dare I look at that contract? That's why you don't look at the contract after you're done. PayPal just triggered a level I had to look for $40. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see PayPal today. I just assumed everything tech related was dropping. I'll be honest with you, I've already been dollar cost averaging, so I really can't sit here and be like, yeah, man, looks good, but I've already been buying this. I was buying it over here. I'm buying it over here still. I'm dollar cost averaging. This and Netflix. I won't exactly break down exactly the amounts I'm buying of them, because I'm not trying to sit here and like push people to buy different things. It's not really my job. I don't really know what my job is, to be honest with you. But I know it's definitely not shilling shit. So I'm not gonna come up here. But I like to at least tell people, hey, I'm dollar cost averaging this, or hey, I'm in that, or I'm in that. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Or I'm gonna try my best not to lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a fucking saint either. People in chat know what we're doing. I'm not gonna re-explain everything over and over again. By the way, Venture Fits, thank you for asking for like just a breakdown of stuff. That was kind of fun to do like that. I try my best to do those, but it can be a little nerve-wracking when you're actually trading something. So I try my best not to, because it can make you just kind of fuck up. But I've noticed when market falls, MCD goes up. Well, yeah, that makes sense though. Chat, why does that make sense? It is in the discretionary folder, so it's a good trick question. Well, why is that, everybody? It's a what of our economy, not even just the US economy, of the global economy. What is McDonald's to the global economy? It's a staple. So people are gonna fall or go to it when everything else looks like shit. That's a really big reason I like Lamb Weston so much, because it's so heavily connected to a stock like that, to McDonald's specifically. But yeah, no, that's good you noticed that, because it is a very good real rotation cycle. That's not random. That is cyclical as fuck. You have a few shares of each. Nice. Yeah, it's definitely a let's just invest into it slowly for like 8 to 9 months. And honestly, like my true hope for like the Netflix PayPal type like charts are to just do nothing for a long time. I think it'd be perfect for those to just not fall further, but also not just initially get those pumps either. I would love for most of the market to forget these exist. Smart money buys them up. You're still in them. Oh, all the idiots remember. Oh yeah, Netflix exists. Oh my god, PayPal exists. Oh my, now I like them again because they're triple the stock price. Like then those idiots start buying, and then you're sitting pretty. But that might take a year or more from now. So we just got to be in the mindset those are not going to pop instantly. As long as you're good with that, you should not be stressing while getting into those. And you should treat that every single stock pick like that. Not even just the two we're sitting here talking about, but you find one on your own and you're like, I like this. Treat it that exact same way. You shouldn't be sitting there going, all right, have a 10% day, go up already. Like, that's just insane work. Also, be a little bit more aware, too, of the things around you. You know, your stock's falling. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's been falling for 10 months. Okay, maybe you should do research on why it's been falling. It's insane how people just like lay over and die for certain things. Don't just lay over and die. You're not a rodent in the road. You're a person. You can think, you can act on things. It's like people forget that. Holy shit, if you would have told me we would break 680 and go all the way to 676 that fast, I would have called you a liar. I would have said, nah, it'll probably take a little bit longer. All right, I gotta look. That contract is at 370. What the fuck? Man. Now, before I give the answer, and I already see somebody kind of mentioning something that could give you guys a trick or a help a little bit, but what helped this chart fall more? All right, not just sellers. Don't just say sellers. What caused this chart to fall more? And don't say news. Don't say Trump. I don't want to hear about anything else. Oh my God, Letterbuck. Good shit, dude. He just posted his as well. SPX and SPY. He said, I'm taking a dip of both. What a fucking legend. Tech, exactly. Tech is a very large part of the market. If it falls, we're going to see that on SPY. If it goes up, we're going to see that on SPY. If you see the others also going with it, like your discretionary, your comms, your banks, guess what? It's even more aggressive. And mainly these four is what we're looking at when looking at that. So the other two falling as well definitely helps this. This not going up enough to really defend the other three going down doesn't really do anything to kind of deter that drop. You know what I mean? And then seeing healthcare just kind of flat doesn't really do anything. Seeing staples honestly flat, even though they're also falling, doesn't really do anything either. So, but yeah, it's amazing to me how many people overlook that simple aspect. They'll look at SPY, but they won't look at what is SPY. And I hope some of this stuff helps, guys. I really do. I'm not trying to sit up here and act like I know everything, because I definitely make my mistakes. I mean, look, we missed out on a huge drop. I could have done better with that. But I do still think it's important that people at least understand what makes this up. How did we go from here to here? I'm amazed, and I'm the one sitting here explaining this shit. Right? That should show you how big of a drop this really was in that short span of time. It just dropped over $6 in the matter of less than 30 minutes. That was about 19 to 20 minutes. That's insane. I'm sitting here talking about how much I missed in a less than 20-minute trade. Like, is that not crazy? When do you get that opportunity? It's like rare. We're not going to get that opportunity every single day. I think this week you'll have plenty of those opportunities though, because we're in a part of the chart where it's like fighting for control. So it's gonna break it, it's gonna retake it, it's gonna break it again, it's gonna retake it again. Like it's gonna go up and down a lot. So this week's probably perfect for like scalping, but I'm just trying to explain though that doesn't always happen like that. That was just insane. Oh, Goo getting shorted as fuck. Is it? Oh my God, you're not lying. Damn, Tesla too, dude. I was literally just looking at that. I did not see that. Damn, you're not getting that. But yeah, I mean, just look at all these big boys that fell. XOM, Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta. Apple's the only like big boy that is not falling. You could even say Eli Lilly, I guess, but when we're talking like SPY weight, here, I'll just show you. We're talking SPY weight. I really do mean it. Look, Nvidia's the big boy. Nvidia's down here somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. Down 1.4%. Apple, the next big boy. It's up. So those kind of knock each other out. But when you look at just everything else by themselves, it's like, oh shit, we really are red. Microsoft red. Amazon, honestly, that was green, but now it's flat. Google, very red. Avgo, red, 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 very red. Green. You know, it's like, oh, Eli Lilly. It's like, you see, it's not really that important. It is for the healthcare sector, because when you go to XLV, it's like, oh, that's basically the whole sector. That's a huge chunk of it. But when you're looking at it in the terms of SPY's POV, it's not really that important. What's important? There's 10 other things before Eli Lilly. But yeah, so good job, guys. Good answers. That's what I want to see. Just understanding that, yes, the sectors did this today, so SPY should be doing this right now. And we're lucky enough to where we have levels that don't relate to the sectors. You know, they're kind of just for each individual chart that really do help us kind of just navigate through all that. Impressive drop, though. I think we can all agree. Tech deck. I missed it all. Neurons didn't fire. Eyes reshut. And now I'm awake. LOL. Oh, that was a different Matt that did that. That's right. Honestly, when I see Matt, M-A-T, I just assume you're all the same. Am I racist against Matties and Matts and Matthews alike? I am sorry to hear that, though, Matty Ice. Honestly, there was a weird part of my brain that was like, nice, Matty Ice got that. Paulie, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like how that question was phrased, but I understand what you're asking. So I'm not going to like target you or anything. But he said, what should I watch for in the pop if I want to enter puts again on SPY? It's not that you should be asking it that way. It's, will it give you the opportunity? You know, so I understand you don't mean it like that, but in all honesty, you should just wait for the retest of 680 or the midterm retest of 680. So let me go to the 5 minutes to show you what the hell I'm talking about. Since the 5 minutes where you should draw it from. So you see how this is the level we broke, and then this is where they fell to. I'm just gonna grab a fib that goes from here. I actually grabbed it on the dot to the low, right? So you're either gonna get. So you know, do you remember earlier? Were you here earlier in the stream? Maybe you weren't. We were saying we want to trade from around here or here, right? We want a lot of our trades for the day. We want to make it around here or here. So now that we've kind of gotten past that, and we've already moved from here to here. You know, we can kind of micromanage a little bit more. All I did was go from the level that it broke to the low that it made after it broke that level, right? That's all I did. That's all that level is. It's not anything super special. So kind of in the same sense, you should be looking for a midterm or a full retest here because this is the level that it broke to fall. So that'd be a full retest. And then to the 50%, which is actually rejecting it right now, is a midterm retest. These are the two key areas you would want to more focus around. The one thing I would say if you focus on the midterm retest, though, is don't just enter the first retest of this. So don't just enter this. You'd want to wait for a second sign of weakness underneath that area, right? And if you get that, awesome, you're good to go. You can try to go towards this higher low, maybe even the low of the move, and maybe even a break. Who knows? I can't see the future. So I would say more or less focus around those two areas if you're given that opportunity. And maybe it doesn't. You know, maybe it just settles out and we bounce for the rest of the day. Who knows? You know, but hopefully that helps. Again, just so everybody in here is like 100% sure too, like I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who has a strat that a lot of people liked at one point. So I don't want to like act like I'm some guy who can always lead you the right direction every time I open my mouth. I'm definitely not. I wish I could do that though. Man, I had the charts up and plans set since like 8 a.m. my time. 30 minutes from open and I zonk. What's wrong? Yeah, what is wrong with you, dude? Even I didn't zonk out. Wait, this is a good word, zonk. I didn't even zonk out, dude. I did start stream a little early, man. I won't lie. That did throw me off. I think I was just excited or energetic. It's already hitting me, though. It's already like, wait, why did I do that? Because now I've been live for an hour and a half, but market's only been open for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. One second, my dog's barking. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. My dog is absolutely barking at nothing. You'd think there was someone at the door trying to break in and murder us all. And my dog is barking at your dog barking. Nice. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I fucking hate that, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I hate hearing the bigger dog bark in the morning. It's so fucking loud. I don't mind it the rest of the day, but dude, in the morning, just shut up. I love you, but be quiet. Kyle, it seemed like at every retest of price, there was a bearish engulfing. Yeah, honestly, that might just speak to the aggressiveness of how bearish it was. Remember, though, what did we talk about before it fell? Because I think it's easy to sit here and be like, oh, well, this is why it fell. And look, bearish candlestick here, and bearish candlestick here, and bearish candlestick here, and bearish candlestick here. It's like it's so easy to talk about that now that it's fallen. But what was the hard thing to talk about before we even entered? Before we even said I like this for shorts? Because at first we were saying we like it for longs. Why was it? And we talked about it about 50 times before the market opened in my videos yesterday afternoon or whenever the hell I posted those. Again, reiterating it this morning was the break and retake. The break and retake is what allowed it to be that bearish, right? That's what allowed those bearish engulfings to pop up all the time. So you're definitely right about that, but I just think it's easy to go look at that and be like, oh, well, look, bearish candlestick could mean fall. Yes, that is true, but what led to that point? What led to that? And it was, of course, the break and retake. It was just the amount of aggression that that can provide. I mean, we went from like a half empty tank to overloaded with nitrous. You know, we were ready to go. Those break and retakes are no, you're good, Kyle. You're good. I understand the live chat can be a little funky sometimes. It's either sometimes on my end or sometimes on YouTube's end, or sometimes people are just on their own part of the stream. But you're good. Entered light calls on Palantir. You are fucking nuts. Actually, I don't know if that's nuts or not. I haven't looked at Palantir in forever. This is another one of those ones that I forgot about just because it's done so well. I mean, you got to remember, man, when I was talking about Palantir, man, it was nowhere near this. Like, seeing it up here is just like a big warm sun. I can just smile at it. Entering light calls on this. I don't know where I'm getting all these levels from, but I seem to have drawn a lot of them. It looks like a bunch of drawdown fibs, though. Like I was looking for it to pull back. 128. It's where Dell can't be. Look, you go to Dell's chart. They're in the 116s now. They just went to 128. That's crazy. Palantir's above that price's resistance. You're targeting 131 and 132. But let me know how that goes, man. Tag me in the Discord or whatever. I always like the updates. I see why you like it though. I like the settling there. My bad call. Let's go back to SPY. Looks like the break and retake of yesterday's close. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even pay attention if it was near that or not. I just know that this range is around previous day open, previous day close. Here, let me just open it up more. Previous day opens right here. Previous day, I mean, they're basically the same level. We'll just say they're the same. So yeah, but yeah, break and retake of that area. I guess I didn't even realize it lined up with that, but I knew this area lined up with that, but I didn't realize that exact part of where it broke and retook down to go down was right there. But yeah, I guess it was. And remember, why did I enter close to this level? You can go back to before the market even opened. We talked about entering trades around these two levels, right? I want to because we found value in those two, so I want to trade as close as those as I can. And today it worked out, but in other trades it might not. But we need to have that condition in our head where we're like, okay, well, if that does this, I'm getting out because I don't want to be big wrong. I want to be small wrong. So I want to trade as close to that level as I can, creating the best risk reward as I can. So when I'm wrong, I'm small wrong. When I'm right, I have a better chance of being bigger right than most people because we're trading as close to the level as we possibly can, allowing there to be more space to the direction that we can go. So a lot of the time we're trading around very big pivot points. And you're going to see levels like that line up a lot. 50% closes, opens, something from 8 weeks ago. It's insane how much shit lines up with all. And I'm honestly not even surprised anymore. I think I finally gotten to the point where I'm not surprised. That has taken me years and years and years. You're going to find yourself to that point too, where you're just like, man, that is so fucking crazy how that lines up with this and how this lines up with that. Like, you're going to see it time and time again. It's never going to get old. It's crazy. Like, you telling me that lined up, I'm just like, okay, I believe you, because I just, like, it doesn't even surprise me that it lines up with other key levels that we talk about in here, which is nice. I think it's comforting too, because it's like, okay, nice, it lines up with shit I actually pay attention to, and instead of just going, oh, I'm breaking under this random level that I don't even know why I drew. There's actually some, like, sustenance to it, something we can actually bite off of. But yeah, good looks though. I see you're looking for patterns, and not just patterns, but around what? Around key levels, things we actually look at. So that's good. Good review. Cutting under CDO bet. I see. Thanks. What a monster trade. Yeah. I mean, we left a lot on the table, I'll be honest. But like I said, I think I'm just sitting here surprised at how much that could fall. But now that we reflect, it's like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. It did the break and retake. But I think I was just caught up in getting from here to here, right? I wasn't even thinking about what about if it breaks low. I'm not even thinking about that shit half the time. So you'll see me do that a pretty good amount of times. I can get some really good entries, but I do leave a lot on the table sometimes. But you got to remember, I'm not just scalping, so I'm not going to sit here and take that personal. I'm just going to take it down. I'm going to try to be constructive about it and move on. We do swings, we buy shares of things. So if I sit here and just get caught up in one tiny scalp trade, it could make the rest of it tumble. It's just like there's no point in getting caught up in that. Oh my god, I left more on the table. Yeah, I left a lot on the table. But I can make sense of what I'm trying to do, which I think is a bigger win in my book. I could try to learn and expand upon that. A lot of other people in the market these days are just kind of throwing darts at the board. They don't really know what the fuck they're going for. And some people, it's not their fault. I think too many people jump strats and try to learn too much shit, and they get caught up, and now they're overwhelmed, and then they just kind of see everything, and it's just like that doesn't help you at all. You need to find conditions that you find valuable, important, and you just stick to them. And I say valuable and important because when they pop up and you need to be entering a trade or talk about entering a trade and you're not, a lot of that ties back to just confidence. People are like, well, where am I getting this loss of confidence from? It's like, bro, because you don't even trust what you're looking at. If you don't trust what you're looking at, of course you're not going to trade it. So that's a big part of it too. It's not just learning a strat, but truly understanding it so you can actually learn to trust it. So when these certain confirmations pop up, or this or that pops up, or the second thing pops up, like we talk about in here, you actually have the confidence to act on it, not just say, "Oh, look, it did that thing that I talked about 100 times." Like, brother, what are you doing? You have the power to talk about it 100 times, but you're not going to act on it. That's crazy. So don't just learn a strat, grow confidence with something. And not even a strat. They could apply that. Everything I just said to almost everything. I think all of us would agree we wouldn't trust something, or that we wouldn't trade something if we don't trust it. And look at that. They did end up pulling back a little bit, back towards that low, but they ended up holding an insane bounce. That's like a triple inside bar on the 1 minute right here. Inside, inside, inside of that candle. Explodes, holds, explodes. I mean, that's insane. This day has already moved a lot, guys. I don't think some of you truly understand this. Like, we have dropped from here and we're back to here. It's not even 9:30. It has not even been an hour since the open. This chart has already moved a shit ton. You know, somebody might wake up late and go, "Oh, it's only down 0.3%. It didn't do much." Brother, it has done a lot. It has done a lot. Like you said, sticking to the plan and getting out. I feel that with that mentality, when trading will put more money in your pocket long term, and that's definitely the goal. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Yeah, if you listen to everything I just said, you'll get rich." Like, no, I mean, there's also human error. But I think we can definitely try our best to eliminate the human error as long as we just try our best to focus on what's actually in front of us. If we sit there and go, "Oh, well, I could have done this or I could have done that," every single time, it's like, well, you're never going to learn. You're just going to second guess everything. But definitely trusting something helps. As weird as that sounds. That was a lot of talking. That's the real reason I like to start my streams early, because I know that I'm not going to shut up. So I know that going into the stream, I'm going to get like out of energy before I should be. We'll see though. I'm like a little lawnmower. Just rev me up, I go, and I just go until I run out of gas. Damn, you already scalped that? Damn. I honestly, when you said you're inching that, I thought you were swinging, so that's probably why I looked at the daily. But that makes a lot more sense now. Because I was like, why is he entering like a swing right here at 9 in the morning? I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm not going to judge. Maybe he saw an entry and was like, fuck it, I'll risk it. That makes more sense now. You probably said you were scalping it. I didn't realize. That makes 1,000 times more sense now. Very, very nice, Alex. Good shit. Round of applause for Alex. I'm sorry for yawning in the mic. That probably made some of you yawn. That was a good, genuine, deep yawn. And welcome everybody in the Discord as well. Sorry, I don't click on it as much while I'm here in the stream, but oh my god, Mikey, what the fuck? Y'all's gains sometimes just blow my mind. Sometimes I see my own members' gains and I'm like, what the fuck? This guy made more than me. That's insane though. Really, really sick. There's a few too from the trade floor. Or did I? Oh no, here's Litterbucks. I mean, it's just that y'all are fucking nuts. I like that though, because I could look at that and be like, all right, well, that guy actually traded that. Even if me, Kevo, and 16 other people call it out in the chat, I can still sit there when I see people's gains in my chat and understand that 99% of it came from them. Even if there was all these call outs and stuff and all these other people mentioning it, like, that's what I like about my chat. It's not about taking credit from one another. It's about spreading that credit, which is good. Because I think that whole, well, I called this out, and I called that out, and I called this out, I called that out. Yeah, I think it's just like it's a very bad thing to do with each other. Because that's all you're doing. You're just taking credit from one another, when in reality, you're all doing it. You should all be reinforcing each other, not fucking each other up. And you might think, well, that shouldn't bother them, this comment I made online in this Discord group. Brother, they've been in this group for years, and so have you. They have a lot of passion behind this shit, so of course it's gonna affect them. It's gonna affect you too. If you sit there and think it isn't, you're lying. So definitely just make sure you watch the way you talk to people in here. Reinforce each other. You know, if even if I see someone literally almost type out bar for bar what I said in the chat, I'll be like, "Damn, dude, good post," or "Yo, good looks," because they probably weren't. They probably just had the exact same mindset I had on something. You know, it just happened to line up. And even if they did, fuck it. Who cares? At least they're talking about the right shit. LOL totally reminds me of poker. You always hear, "Damn, I should have called or went all in." Never end. Yeah, it literally never ends. The hypotheticals will never end in poker. Most don't know they're getting their money and really bad. Oh, they're oh yeah. I see what you're saying. No doubt, fam. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared of Palantir. I don't trade it that much. LOL. I'm scared to trade it nowadays because of how like of my experience with it, but not like owning it. Like investing, it's fine. But yeah, scalping and stuff, I'm definitely like, I'll probably stay away from that. Honestly, I'm kind of getting that way now with RTX. You know, I'm kind of getting that way with RTX now. I don't really want to trade it as much now because of what I've witnessed it do. I remember people calling this out and being like, dude, it's going to go to 90 one day. Yeah, bro, I'm literally watching it at 200 right now. It's just insane, some of these. That's what I want for our Netflix and our PayPal picks. Just like, I want these to just go out of everyone's head for a while. And then randomly we wake up and we're like, oh, bro, did you see Netflix like recovering? No, I didn't see that. And the next thing you know, everybody's talking about it. Next thing you know, everyone's buying it. Next thing you know, everyone's late. Next thing you know, it's fucking $200-$300 a share again. It's literally inevitable. I'm more confident with Netflix than I am PayPal, but I still like PayPal a lot too, just because of what they actually do. I don't care if people use PayPal or not; it gets used. But those are just two insane discounts, in my opinion. Also, I think another cool one that'd be kind of fun to watch would be like Eli Lilly. I think it'd be fun to watch them do like a split. You know, make their stock price more affordable again. But I think this would be like a good crazy one. It'd also be cool because it's a healthcare ticker. Like I think it'd be wild for that to happen to a healthcare stock. I don't really have anything else that's a hot take. I think those are my only hot takes. I don't even know if Netflix is a hot take. I feel like it's like a average take. The PayPal one and the other one though are pretty hot. Coin might be a hot take. I don't understand why people are still hating on crypto. I see like I'm a crypto hater and I'm like calling out the hate on it. But I see people saying I'm gonna wait till 45K. I'm gonna wait till 50K. Brother, I've witnessed it this 1,000 times. Every time people start saying I'm gonna wait on this, I'm gonna wait on that, that's exactly when it starts consolidating and bouncing, and it never goes to where they want. Then they don't get in, they don't participate, and then they buy late, and then it starts pumping. And guess what? They're the reason it's pumping, and the reason that they're not up as much as the people who bought lower. So I don't know. I don't know if crypto is like the time to go crazy right now, but it is crazy to me how just quickly everyone went bearish on it. It's like, brother, it's at discount right now. This is the exact time to not be hating on it. And that's coming from me. That is coming from the crypto hater. It's kind of nuts. It's funny, man. All you got to do is watch sentiment sometimes. It's insane how quickly bearish or bullish people become on things. That's our boy Sand sticker. Yeah, Sandollar's a legend. And yeah, I kind of got that idea from you, Alex. The split idea, I think. I'm pretty sure you mentioned it or talked about something about Eli Lilly one day, and it made me think about it. And I was like, oh, that'd be crazy if they did a split. Go back to like 80 a share or something. Then pump back up to 500 again. Some companies don't do it because they're not structured like that, but a lot of companies do it because it's to open up more like money, basically, for them to use more cash on hand and short. But also because it makes the ticker price a lot more aesthetically pleasing to your, average investors. 100 looks cooler than 1,000. 1,000 doesn't look something you can own. 100 looks like something you could own. Something lower than 100, even better. But yeah, I'm honestly still impressed by all this movement. I mean, I said it over here. We pumped again. We already pulled back again. Like, there's a lot of movement in today's chart. I said there'd be a lot of movement this week, but I didn't mean it like this. It's been exactly an hour since the open. This is 60 minutes. Give a like or two or what? Yeah, definitely like the stream, guys. Sorry, I am pretty bad about telling people that. I just get caught up in talking about this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, definitely like the stream, guys. All that good shit. There's like a million shorts on my channel now. I don't know what I'm gonna do to make more. They are kind of fun to make though. But yeah, thank you again, Rox. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, I just got tagged by Sandollar. Speaking of the devil. TLT 2027 110 call worth your consideration. Split the spread around 0.50. I'm just going to put some eyes on it. We'll look at it in a bit. But speaking of the devil, he did mention another ticker. Escape the gulag. We're getting it done for the morning, at least, lol. 30-minute outside bar. We just retested the 50%. Oh. I thought I saw Letter Buck or someone mention a 30-minute outside bar earlier. Maybe it was you. Oh, some nerds for real. Mikey said, note to self. Swing AMD if it closes below the 200 today. $180. 50% gap. Can't help but go unnoticed. I could be wrong, so please just don't fry me. It's funny. I know exactly what level he's talking about too. That's the main level on AMD that's like in my head right now. The big gap up and has the 50%. That's where the price has been settling the past few months. Impressed with J? Yeah, J&J's been insane. Some of them healthcare stocks just been crazy, man. They don't even have UNH's like help on some of those pumps too. The break of T42 might bring some actual correction, but well, let's see if some more selling happens. That 30-minute didn't look too enticing, not gonna lie. Looked like it was gonna keep falling. Oh, I'm like, what are these dotted lines? It's the that's of the retest. I'm like, where did these come from? This is not of the gap. That's from the here to the low. That makes more sense. All eyes on that UNH gap too. Yeah. Anytime there's just a historical gap, man, I'm not gonna lie, they're the best levels. Those 50% of those historical gaps. You'll see so much consolidation or just bouncing or resisting of them. Like it's insane how much they get traded around. I don't know what it is with the universe and the number 50%. Like what is up with that? You just get a 50% of anything. You could be like, Bueller, I think these levels are good. I'd be like, sure, fine. And then you throw a 50% between it. Whatever that ends up being helpful. It's insane. I don't know what it is with 50% of things, but it works. And even when it doesn't, you're at least comfortable with being like, okay, well, at least I wasn't big wrong. I didn't cut for minus 80%, you know? It's different. And yeah, good morning if you guys didn't hear me say that to you already. Good morning. Regardless of Discord or YouTube, glad to see you all. A lot of talking this morning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to catch my breath now. New low of day off that retest. Creamy. Money cream. What's up, Nardle? Good to see you. I don't think I missed anybody. I like to say everybody's name at least once. It's like the one thing that I try to do good. Honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't put music on today's stream so you guys can go back and watch it. I would 6,000% go back and watch every bit of my live stream today. At least up to this point, because from here on, it's probably just going to turn into something else. But it's good that we all went through that stuff live. It's crazy how often 50% left up. Yeah, it is insane. Like, whenever people mention, they're like, yo, did you know that's near this, and that? I'm like, honestly, no, I didn't know that. But am I surprised? Also, no. I finally gotten past the point where it's like, I'm not surprised anymore. I think it helps me a lot because you can trust it more. But honestly, a lot of you too. I bet it gets just so old seeing it. You're just like, oh my god, it lined up with this again. It's insane. And then you throw in the unison of like candlestick patterns, and it amazes you how many times you see certain candlestick patterns do this at this area or that at this area. You know, it's insane. It's like you're studying the habits of something. You know, in this case, it's a chart, but it's just crazy. And then you try to like figure out the habits, try to act in those habits. I know if this happens, I can do that. I know if that happens, I can do this. Being conditional is definitely very important. Ace? What about ace? Wait, why did you randomly type ace? Alex. I'm gonna crash out. Dude, water is so good. Maybe I should do this more when I stream. I'll actually pull up the Discord. I don't know why I stopped doing it every time. I think I get worried that like it messes up the YouTube stream when it probably doesn't do a thing. But I know some people don't have time to click on YouTube. Plus, some of you probably only need the audio. I understand that as well. YouTube gotta fucking leave open, and it's just kind of annoying. I like in here in Discord because I could out my. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't put music on today's stream because I was like, I won't lie, I was like, I better not put on a music and accidentally get a copyright strike because I actually want to try to get a trade that's on the stream again today. I'm glad I got it though. No, you're good. It's still translated to my brain. You got to remember, I speak in scribbles. I invented broken English. Yeah, that's actually why we get along. It's not because we like the same strat or because we like trading the same. It's genuinely because we just both suck at speaking English. Yeah, we need each other. Without sticking to each other, we might, you know, get eaten. Morente. I just need to hear your voice to trade better. Thank you. Thank you. It is always nice seeing some of the OGs in here. Plus, it's cool because if there's ever like some newer people in here, they'll see that and be like, oh, wow, people actually like it in here. Because I'm pretty bad about marketing that myself. I kind of just use you all as an example. My dad likes to read books legit upside down. Wait, actually? I've heard this before. I've actually heard someone talk about this before. Says he reads better. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, what? That hurts my head. I'm not gonna lie. Just reading that. Says it's easier. Yeah, that's crazy work. Born. Some of us strive to be like that. Some of us are born that way. Reading upside down, man. I don't know if I could do it. I can't even read while laying down, dude. I don't know how people do that either. I tried reading this like manga or whatever. I don't know how people do it. I have to be like actually just sitting there. That's the only way I feel comfortable reading. Maybe I'm the slow one. I don't know, just like how do you actually lay there and like go through the pages? Like I couldn't do it. High school English class was I bet. Honestly, my English, I mean I didn't finish high school, but the last English teacher I had, she was an asshole, but she was really nice to me. I think she picked up on that I sucked at class, and so she was nice to me. She was really mean to everybody. But and so I was kind of scared of her, but then she'd like come up and like help me, and I was like, she was really nice. I can't really hate on her. Very scary though. Trying to think of the scariest teacher I ever had. Probably in elementary, I'll be honest. I had the scariest fifth grade teacher ever. I'm not kidding you. Like, she hated me. She moved me away from my friends every day in class. And she was so bad that whenever my class finished that year, she retired the next year. She retired after us. She hated us. I won't say her name on here because I'm trying to dox her, but damn, did I hate that teacher. And that's not even like an important thing. It's like, who cares? It's elementary. But like that teacher, ho, ho, ho. If that teacher had been at any higher grade than that, it might have actually affected people's learning. But hey, for every bad teacher, there's a really good teacher. Trying to think of like a really, really cool teacher I had. Honestly, junior high science. Or no, wait, that was freshman year. Yeah, freshman year science was pretty insane. That lady was insanely nice. Very goofy, like definitely a science teacher. That's probably why she was so good at her job, though. She's just goofy. I think she was like literally everybody's favorite teacher as well. Very, very funny name. I can't say her name either. We had a principal named Miss Seaman. I'm not even making a dirty joke. That's genuinely what her name was. It's pretty insane. I will dox her. She was an ass. Bueller English teacher enters the chat. Bueller's demons enter the chat. His retinas might be position flipped. Wait, is that actually a thing? That would make so much more sense. That's how would that not hurt your head though? Reading upside down, dude. Like I would get a headache reading like that. Hey Bueller, I'm currently going back and forth with futures to equities. I might need to trade futures first. When using emerging candles, is it okay if I go back a year instead of 3 years one day? Honestly, I would just ask Matty what he does. But honestly, I don't know what's fine and what's not fine. To be honest with you, when I draw emerging candles, I always make sure to go to the far left. It doesn't really matter if you want to draw them closer or not. I've just always found it to be important to draw from the first point. But if you find something that's consistent, stick to it, I guess. It's like a good template answer. You know, don't jump to do this and then jump to do like don't mark them differently and then do it differently the next day. You know what I mean? And if you're just gonna do that, I would just if you're gonna just jump to just 3 years or whatever, or 1 year or whatever, just do the most recent left. Whatever the most recent left trend says, go with that. If you're gonna do that, that's just what I would do. And that's not even futures versus options. That's just generally just charting. Yeah, exactly, Nordle. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank God she was only there for 1 year. Such a bad principal. She only lasted a single year. Oh, he touches here. Everyone quiet. Don't move and he won't see you. It's good to see D touch in here. I am just chilling now, to be honest with you. I started streaming a little bit too early, and then we took took a trade, and now we're just kind of going over stuff over and over and over again because I don't know how to be quiet. Ooh, good post, Carter. Kind of just re-adding onto the outside bar you and Letter were talking about. What the hell was YouTube playing to me just now? You're back. What's up, Kevo? Good to see you, dude. Brother said 23-6, 25-6. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know the saying. All retinas process information upside down in our brains, recreate the information in our head to have a picture of reality. His retinas can be positioned slightly different, like dyslexic. Put upside down, not rearranging. Damn. I didn't know that. I might have been born like that then. No, I'm kidding. Good information. No problem, Kyle. Honestly, Kyle, find your preference. Stick to it. Don't change. Be comfortable with it. Everybody in my chat will tell you the same thing. Like, it's not even that they found one particular trick, it's that they just got comfortable. They started excelling once they got comfortable. Most people in my chat, that's the big difference between them and other people's chats. Just most people in my chat are just comfortable. And if they're not, they're working on it. We're definitely working on that. But that's definitely something you got to work with over time. It's not like there's like a one trick pony that's like, oh, dude, you just have to do this. It's like, oh, wow, everything got easier. Nah, something you got to do over time. And then once you get comfortable with it, maybe you'll start to excel with it because you understand it maybe better, or you're just used to seeing it, whatever multitude of reasons it may be. 99% short-term levels, yeah. And I'll be honest, like even on like SPY, on literally any chart, whenever I have like a chart that's not ready or I didn't have properly like or prepared, for the stream or something, like literally just going to the most recent left, just focusing on recent price action will always be a saving grace. Adding something as simple as a higher low of something, or look, it's this previous day low and here's a higher low of that, or here's a lower high of that. You're just kind of breaking something down like that. It's just like keeping it simple is always the best. As soon as you try to make it complex or try to sound like smart or try to make it deeper than it really is, it's like, okay, that's when it starts to just get a little bit more like questionable. I'm sure a lot of people in here can agree. I don't want to make it sound like I'm discovering fire. I think a lot of us have come to that conclusion. But great answer there, Maddie. Thank you for answering that. I'm not going to lie to you. If anybody has questions about futures, a lot of the time I just kind of lazily throw them to Maddie. Because a lot of the time he's here, but because he's one of the few people in chat that I've known for a while and actually trades futures and actually invests and trades options and trades, like he understands all of them, so he's not gonna lead you the wrong way. And he actually understands the system. He understands like you can literally apply it to all three, but there's a couple things that kind of throw on, like the emerging candle thing. Like that was a good question, because I definitely don't know if I've ever sat there and been like, yeah, use emerging candles on futures. I'm sure they work, sure, but it's not like you're getting the exact same data as SPY or SPX. Those three are always going to be a little bit different than each other. So that's another thing. But you got to understand the price action is a lot of the time the same, but the numbers are going to be off a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you ever have more questions, feel free to bug me or bug Maddie. But yeah. There's other people in the chat too, like Ace. Ace definitely wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction. Wherever Ace may be. Damn Palantir shook me out by retesting CDO. I'm not worthy. Now is back to almost my first target again. Should I hop on stream next week? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, you should. You're always welcome. I'm not really keen on like bringing people in on my streams, but whenever it's like someone who's like in the chat all the time, like I really don't mind. Because I figured they're just going to talk about the same shit I'm going to talk about. They'll probably be able to explain it differently as well, which is also helpful. Just explaining something differently or reiterating something can be the thing that pops in somebody's brain and be like, wow, that light bulb moment. It's crazy too, because reiterating something is literally the definition of memorizing. It's not, it's not in the term of like, oh, because I wrote it on a flashcard and then I read it out loud. I remembered it. Like, yeah, that is memorization, but the best form of memorization is teaching. It's reiterating something. It's breaking something down to a further extent. And anytime anyone in here does that, it really is helpful. Not just to me, but just other people as well. Someone might hear that and be like, "Wow, what the fuck? I've never heard it that way." And they never have to hear it again because they remember it forever because it just sticks to them the way they heard it. And yeah, how do you draw 50%? We mainly use a tool. If you click your screen, I mean, I don't know what app you use, but it's just the Fibonacci retracement. And then I'll draw it real quick for you so you can see what we have on. I'll turn these off so it doesn't do all that crap. But basically what we do is, so let's say I want to draw from this candle's high to this low right here. You know, from that point to this point, it just draws the 50% out for me just because, you know, I don't want to have to calculate that out. I don't have to think. But it's just the Fibonacci retracement tool. A lot of the time, though, we're just doing it for the previous day, like from your high to your low, low to your high. You know, what is the 50% of your previous day's information? And then, like today, we used it for a midterm retest. I didn't take the midterm retest, we just talked about it, but whoever asked that earlier, that was actually a great thing to talk about. Whoever asked about the midterm earlier. Somebody was asking about where would I short this from again, and we talked about the midterm retest. That was a really good thing to go over as well. Thanks, no problem. That was a really good question. Since I'm extremely new, I can tell I'm placing my stops in such an obvious area where for sure I'm going to get stopped. I thought maybe using emerging candles will help guide me so I can use the 40%. They would. I just don't know if I would focus on taking 40% entries. Because again, again, you're taking essentially just an open range move. I would 100% study the like retest types, the 3 retest types. That one video, I think it's just the 3 retest types on my channel. We can go over it as well. We went over one of them today in the stream, but the midterm retest is so good, and it gives you an obvious stop loss every time. Not in the terms of like, oh, it's obvious if you lose that you lost money. No, I meant like you won't forget that it's there, obvious. But it'll be like a comfortable area where you're like, oh, okay, well, if it breaks this, I'm clearly wrong. I'll be out, and I know I'm out. You'll know that you're wrong. If it holds, you're like, nice, I like this. It goes up. I mean, that's the easy conversation, of course. It's easy to talk about when we're winning. No, you're good. Oh, then 80% entry. Sorry for the long text. No, you're good. You're good. No need to be sorry, dude. It's not like there's a million people typing. Like you guys are all good. Type as much as you want, as long as it's about this shit. Don't just start spamming a bunch of random stuff. But you're good, dude. You feel like you identify more with bullish retests than bearish ones. I don't know. Maybe you're just a buyer at heart, man. But yeah, Kyle. It really just comes down to just your key levels. It kind of sounds like you're getting not confused. It sounds like you're getting like overwhelmed when you're switching, though. Like when you're going from your options to your futures or from equity to future. Like it kind of sounds like you're getting mixed up on some stuff. Just make sure you're consistent in your methods. Like I said earlier, like if you're gonna draw it this way, stick to drawing it that way. Like we said with the recent left stuff, the recent price action, the short term stuff. If you're gonna stick to drawing it that way, draw it that way for a little while and see how you like it. But definitely don't just start drawing and then entering trades left and right. You know what I mean? I don't think dry firing is smart. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just reiterating it. It's easier for me to see. Yeah, same, bro. Same. I think it's 6,000 times easier to see the bearish retest. I'm almost hoping for them. I don't want to say that word because it's bad, but I think over time I've gotten comfortable with spotting both, but I definitely am 6,000 times more comfortable when I spot the bearish retest. But I think it's because of the impact that someone like Leland has left on me, where it's like, he saw those, so I want to find those because I want to get the credit from Leland of look, I did the Leland thing, So I think that's why I personally am like that. Kevo, you too, probably. Just like the impact of like how powerful those trades were when we first saw them, it was like, what the fuck are these? Like it felt like magic at first, When we started talking about lead tests or lower high retest, it was just like it felt like an actual cheat code. Because even when you were wrong, and I'm sure Kevo can explain this as well, even when you were wrong on those trades, it made sense. You were like, oh, okay, it went above the thing I don't want it to be above. Like it instantly just made sense. It's not like I needed it broken down any further. I'd be like, this shit about to drop. Yeah, like you almost have like an intuition, like not to be cocky, but like you almost could be like, this is gonna drop. Like you almost could tell yourself that. As soon as I saw a bearish hammer rejecting the 50% of a level or 50% of a drop, I instantly was like, oh, nice, this could drop more. Like it gives you that confidence to have that intuition. Now I wouldn't go around and chat and go, yo guys, this is 100% going to drop. Like don't bring the ego into it. But you do end up getting some confidence like that. And it's very nice. As long as you use it correctly. No problem, Kyle. Thank you for all the questions. Yeah, I like this stuff. Going over the productive shit. It's easy to sit here and go over trades when they're working, and it's easy to go over, trades after they're done because you could be, the person that just sits there and goes over all the after bullshit. But it's just, I don't know. It's nice to go over the just theory of things and the things that are standing still. Like I know when I'm below current day open and I'm below previous day open and below previous day close and I'm under today's, or previous day control. When I'm under all these important levels that we draw, I know the higher probability is that we're going down. I simply understand that. And it just logically makes sense. Oh, we're below all the levels that I like? Bet. We're probably more bearish than bullish. Oh, we're above all the levels that I like? Bet. We're probably more bullish than we're bearish. And then you start from there. That's like a starting point. Then you zoom in. You're like, all right, where's my 1 minute? Where's my 5 minute? Whatever time frame you prefer. It's like, all right, do I have any candlesticks that actually push me in now that I know I'm more bullish or more bearish, It's like finding it, sticking to it, micromanaging it, and then seeing how it plays out. You don't know what the future says. You don't. No, none of us do. But we can at least lay out the probabilities of things in front of us. Or even if it's just like, I really like trading around the current day open or the previous day control point. Let me try to make all of my trades start from one of those areas every time. Like even just telling yourself that is giving yourself at least a consistent starting point. So even if you go a different direction, for me, it doesn't matter as long as you're, comfortably and consistently going through that routine of spotting it, micromanaging it, taking it, reviewing it over again, over and over and over. I sound mad and weird explaining it like this, but that's really how it is. Exactly. Good teaching moment, learning. Yeah, Kevo a lot of these guys know in my chat, like Maddie, Kevo, a lot of these guys know. I mean, they've been doing this for forever. It's probably the 6,000th time they've heard some of this stuff repeated, honestly. I must say that sticking to my plan is working. To be honest, I lost a bit, $20 today. If I had traded like I was before, that small loss would have been huge. What I did wrong was to trade early. Got it. Yeah, it really is reps. Like Kevo just said, it's reps. Like you can't just go in there and expect, oh, well, I learned this thing last week. I should be seeing instant successful results. Like, why do you think that? You should not be thinking that. Got to get those reps in. But this guy on the internet said I'd make money if I did this. Well, the guy on the internet doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Me included. Like, If I say something, go test it for yourself. Don't just sit there and take what I said for word and be like, "Oh, well, Bueller said it. It's right. Trust it." Back test it. Try to prove me wrong, like anything. I mean, don't be toxic about it, but you know what I mean. I could never be wrong. Never hurts to listen again and again. And yeah, that is truly humbling. Back to open on NQ anyway. A huge dojo daily from previous day was a factor into thinking we would test lower today. Oh, you know, it's funny, Kevo, and I honestly don't remember who asked me this, nor do I want to like single them out. But somebody asked me what you meant last week by one of your posts. You were like, "Well, today should be an inside day" or something like that. And they were asking me why you were saying that, and I was like, "Well, basically, you're saying that because the previous day was such a large session that we shouldn't really be thinking we can't go out of the box. You know, the next day should be an inside bar, just logically speaking. Like everything you said made sense, and I was explaining it to them. But yeah, good looks. Dropping off for a meeting. See you, Nardle. It's even more crazy when those lead tests play out weeks or months later, like Bitcoin. Yeah, no, those are absolutely nuts. Just the longer term setups playing out. Those are more impressive because it's just like the vast size of them. It's just like what my brain can't even comprehend some of it. Then 682 breaking was pretty. Yeah, my big thing. I mean, it's already in the Discord. I don't even have to repeat it. But it's just all I did was just chart this, got it going. Added in my PDCP because like it'd be stupid to not at least add that. And then just review it for a second. Like even before, why is it like that? Oh, because I'm not on the 5 day. But like even just before looking at today, let me etch out all of today. Like you look at a chart like that, like this chart's literally screaming at us to focus on one, the fact that it's in between the range, but two, it's like we're at a pretty big support. Like you saw that on the daily for a second when I was on it still, but like we're at a huge ass support. So it makes sense that we're gonna go down and test this. We're gonna bounce off of it. Like we're gonna go down to it a couple few times. You know, I don't know how many times. And then you go to this, it's like, oh, it makes sense that we could pull back to that. But from what? Like there's a starting point. Like yesterday's open, yesterday's close, previous day control point. We're literally under all three of them. Right? So where should my trades be taken then? Probably around here, right? If we're holding it, I want to be in bullish trades above all those levels. If we're breaking it, I want to be in bearish trades below those levels. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. It really isn't. It can be very simple. Now, is it going to pan out and be super clear and simple every time? No. And I think that's where some people get mixed up. They think everything's going to work out every time. Like, no. That's why we hone in on this chat is like, don't overtrade, don't do this, don't do that. If you overexert yourself, you're gonna always catch more mistakes. It's inevitable. And then the understanding of things, like I like that Maddie here is talking about the sectors, like he's talking about all these sectors catching bids, like no shit that we're seeing a dip buy on SPY. Like every sector is getting bought up right now. Like it's also understanding like the breakup of things. Do you trade SPY? Okay, well if you trade SPY, then you know the sectors, right? If you answer no to that question, or that you don't understand the cyclical side of things, like then you don't need to be trading SPY. It's as simple as that. Because it is absolutely absurd how many people trade SPY but don't even know that their sectors or what makes up SPY or what actually moves it. They're like, oh, I just wait for Trump to tweet or for Powell's speech or for FOMC. Like, brother, you're gambling news. That's not trading. Understanding something, now that's trading. Oh, all the sectors are going up. That's why SPY is going up. Bet you understand. Anything else is just mumbo jumbo news. Bunch of drama. Bunch of noise. Staples dying, tech, consumer comms catching bids. Banks and health just hovering tech, but about to go green. I do think buying now is good though. No. Like for long term investment, it's insane that people aren't even thinking about it. Or you mean for scalping, probably. Let's see. Seems that we don't see lower than 675 in a while. Yeah. I mean, if this chart doesn't scream at you, like at anybody in here, like I don't know what does. This is everyone thought I was like a magician when I was calling out calls every time we dipped back here, but all I'm doing was the same thing I'm doing now. It's just I found a common support. I'm sticking to it. It's not anything crazy. That now the hard part's micromanaging it, like zooming in and understanding like, okay, it's gonna bounce today, or like knowing like what Kevo said to that person in chat last week, like understanding that like Friday might not be the best day just because of what happened the previous day. Like just the market maker move alone is telling you that Friday might not do shit. And though we did do a lot of movement today, you can see we're just still sitting where we were. So yeah, it's definitely good to zoom in, zoom out, do all that junk. But I'm glad you guys understand the sectors and stuff and candlesticks and the positioning of things. What a hold. Yeah, it's insane. And it's crazy when you look at it because this isn't even the third time this has happened at this exact area. Not even the third time. It's nuts. And if you guys reflect back further than that, like you guys remember this one more than anything. The halfway point of this candle to the high of that candle, I can't tell you how many times we drew that in stream. And in videos and in charts on the channel. Like I know you guys remember this one. It's the exact same thing. Might be a different thing. Sure, we're just watching a gap or the 50% of the gap or something. And mainly watching it because of how the liquidity grab happened here. But it's just that screams at us, okay, this is important. And then look what happens. 1, 2, 3. Like, it's insane. If it fails, guess where it's failing from? It's going to fail from here. If it bounces, it's going to bounce from here. Not rocket science. Wait, I need to go delete those. Oh, no. All right, well, we'll just delete them manually. I always forget to do that. Because in the stream, it's so easy to click off things, but man, I need to do better about that. Because I'll like come back to my charts and like all of them are fucked up. You bought more bull in PayPal with today's win. Big W. And yeah, those are going to be like just really hard to hold, really boring to hold type plays for a while. But that's exactly why they're probably going to work out over time. Even if just one of those setups fail, though, if the other two work, man, I'm not even complaining. I know that's a weird mindset to have because you should want all three of them to win. But it's not really about wanting anymore. XLK, but she barely, but she's green. That's what I tell people, but everyone wants to FN 20x in a month. Yeah, it's insane, dude. Like, you're not supposed to 20x in a month. I mean, if you do, that's fucking awesome. Super happy for you, because, like, that's crazy. But you shouldn't be aiming for that. That's for sure. That's a crazy. That's why I don't understand when people, like, I can already tell someone is lost when they ask me, how many trades should I be taking per day? Because I'm instantly like, huh? Like, why are you setting this expectation on yourself? This like set goal. It's like kind of destroys the whole point of trading, doesn't it? And I'm not saying go out there and trade 20 times in a single session, but if you're having to sit there and go, oh, I'm going to limit myself at every turn, then what's the point of even trying? What is the point? 6 or 7 a day? I hate you. Mods. Mods, destroy this man's home. In GTA 6. Can you believe we got another meme that involved just 2 numbers before we got GTA? Back in my day, it was 24 and 25 from SpongeBob. That's why I can't get mad at the people who laugh at 6-7, because, like, guys, we literally laughed at 24 and 25. Let's be real here. I mean, the entire internet was eating that shit up. Using Turbo Trade on Webull, and we'll move my stop loss up to at least. Then I don't lose on a bigger kernel than how stop loss sense. I'm trying to make it make sense. Oh, you're saying as the trade moves. Yes, that makes sense. Kind of like minimizing your risk as the trade progresses instead of just like setting it and hoping. No, that's fine. Makes sense to me. Like I said, find your comfortabilities. Is that comfortable for you? Then stick to it. Don't change. It's when you go to change it 60,000 times, it's like, well, of course you're going to have different results. You're not doing the same thing. So just, be consistent with it if that's something you're comfortable with. But yeah, that makes sense to me. Maddie said, what makes sense to me is after you trim to move stop to break even. Yeah. Because, like, what's the point of risking the rest? And we're not trading Forex. It's not going to plow through my stop loss because I couldn't get liquidated. I want to connect Webull to TradingView. You can do that, right? That's a real thing. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Or is that not a thing yet? If you move your stop mid-trade, are you really trusting your plan? That's true. All hail Matty Ice. All hail the blue shield. My one trade hit my stop loss. I was out quickly on a call. I didn't buy lower. Hoping for recovery. I would have lost so much more. I'm learning slowly but surely. You should never buy on hoping. 100%. I agree with that. I agree with that every time it's said. Good opportunity to short. It fails here. But it's like a flag right now. Either break out or fail. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is true. You could literally recreate the trade we took earlier. At 682 here. It's back at the previous day control point. That's actually nuts. I didn't realize because I switched charts since I was on this one. But that is the previous day control point. We're already back to square one. Square two, however you look at that. I'm chilling, I'll be honest. I'm proud of myself for starting the stream this early. Also, really cool questions and messages by everybody here in the chat today. Phases of the day activated. You know it, dude. 12 more minutes. 11 more minutes. Sweep the high and right back down. Largest daily range of, dude, it might be. If this makes another like crazy move again after this, I'll be impressed because this is already insane. I mean, we need to sit back and reflect. Like, guys, we started here. We went up almost $3. We'll just say 2. Okay. Then we went down 7 to 8. Now we're back up about 8. That is insane. If you told me the rest of the day did nothing, I would actually believe you. I will be impressed if this makes like a continuous direction though. But this is a good start to the week. Like I said, I'm not joking. Go back into the Discord, watch what I said. I said you really want to watch for like a break and retake type price action to start the week, if you're a buyer, because that helps out the larger time frames a lot. Now the question is, will it keep holding? Will we see a continuation after this? Not just today, but like this week. Does this week get anything? Does next week get anything? And if so, then yeah, I don't see why we aren't seeing new all-time highs again. Anything get in the way of that though, and we probably are seeing some weakness around the 675 to 670. What is it, like 8? It's pretty much the area that we held today. It's this chart. 675 to, yeah, almost 678. That's why I think I said that. Because it's not quite 678, but it's like basically there. And look where we held today. I'm not gonna lie, pretty solid first part of the day. Hey Patrick, what's funnier than 24? 25. Yeah. That was seriously the great. And fucking Letterbuck in the chat, he typed SPY 1 hour OB. We get it, bro. You can see them all. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like when I see all type that stuff out, I like to act like it's annoying, but it's not. It is insane though. Cause I go to the chat and I'll see like someone be like 30-minute OB, 30-minute IB. And then like literally in 30 minutes to an hour will go by and I'll see somebody like, yo, there was an hourly IB right there or hourly OB right there. And it's insane seeing that pop up a lot. And then within like a day or within a couple hours of them mentioning that, like you'll see a good directional move. And it's just like, well, that makes sense. There was an OB there. There was an IB there. You know, it's just like, it always goes back to it. I also just think those are like probably the craziest patterns. I know they're not my personal favorite is different, but like the OB and IB are different. You know, they're like the most diverse candle probably. Because you can do so much with them and you can do so much after them. Sometimes they're like the pivots. You know, we always talk about like wicks. Wicks are always like the top and bottom of your markets and gapped up small body candles. Like for your overbought, oversold moves, your gapped up or gapped down small body candles. But in all honesty, like a lot of your OBs and IBs are right there with them. So they're not just good like, oh, well, continuation. It's can also sometimes be really strong, like just the ends of all your trends. The ends of your trends. I did not mean for that to rhyme. But like the lows of the lows and higher lows or lower highs to your highs, you know. You see those candles literally everywhere. Bum, bum, bum. What's up there? How's everybody in the stream so far? Discord and YouTube. How's everybody going or doing? Be sure to drop a like, all that good shit. I read on Twitter someone saying the algos are hurting my feelings today. Dude, that's why I can't get on social media anymore, dude. It pisses me off. I can't get on there. If I'm in a good mood, it means I didn't check social media that day. Cause it amazes me how many people type that shit. Them algos are at it again, bro. Them algos are fucking evil, man. It's like saying there's like I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to compare it to. It's just insane. The evil magic power is attacking us again. What? It's actually crazy. Do algorithms exist? Yes. Do algorithms that are solely focused on targeting your specific trading portfolio? No. Most algorithms are focused on like cycles of things, repetitive things, conditions set, filling and selling orders, but they're not. It's like saying an LLM thinks. Like, no, it doesn't. It can act like it thinks, sure. It doesn't think. It's not an it. Maddie, I was constantly buying lower and hoping it was past. No longer. First trade today, hit myself plus enough for a minimal loss, not buying power. Just have waited for the market direction today. Oh, yeah, the rhyme chart, Maddie. My bad. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of spacing out. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh my god, algorithm. Algorithm. Algorithm! It's algorithm! It's the one they're all talking about! It's the dark evil magic everyone's crying about all the time. BB system is greater than Hopium. I know how it is. I've been there. Trustful. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there lost. With no direction. Peep daily though, so hot. Oh wait, this is daily. Zoomed out more. Yeah, I was just wanting to see if it was the right chart or not. I'm gonna zoom out to like the weekly and monthly. What the actual fuck? What? All right, let's see if they actually use AI, or if this is another one of those scams. All right, it is an actual AI stock. There's actual machine learning in its operations. That's a good sign. Oh, is this the semi-cab shit you were telling me about? Probably should have went back to your DMs and read that again. They just released a new AI. So yeah, that's this one. I remember our conversation now. That's right. Yeah, I won't lie. The potential for this one is insane. Do I trust it? I don't know or not. But the idea behind it is a little nuts. And for $3 a share, it might be worth the bet. That's yeah, definitely not a watch this on the daily time frame kind of setup though. This is a wait for it to have its first green candle on this time frame kind of chart. Actually, I don't know actually. I mean, I'm sorry, but this just looks like a fat ass liquidity grab. They broke it and then they retook it, and now we're watching a reset candle, and it's just gonna start pumping from here on out. That's what that looks like. I'm not saying that's what it's gonna do. Basically, trying to group logistics into one platform saves on empty loads, etc. Super efficient, which will change the shipping industry. That's insane. If they actually do this, that will be insane. I was constantly trying different things, no more one way, and that's it. And I'm not, and I don't even mean like make sure you're only trading my strategy. Like, no, I mean you could like fuck my strategy. You want to learn something else, fine, but like find something you are comfortable with and stick to it. Like it is just, I feel like that's the best route. Too many people try to jump around too much. But yeah, Rocks, you got the idea. Riskier than playing black on the roulette, but I'll dabble for cheap. Yeah, I won't lie. I'm only gonna dabble in it because you brought it up. If it isn't from like someone from my chat, I probably don't gamble on it like that. And it's got to be from like a specific person from my chat. If it's not like a Matty Ice or like a Sand Dollar type mention, I honestly don't take it seriously. Because you guys have the track record. You know what I mean? I mean, you could even say like, well, Bueller, you have some good stock picks, yeah, but I don't call out shit like Rhyme. I don't call out the shit like Matty and Sand Dollar do. Yeah, you could say I call out the easy shit compared to what they're posting. Like calling at UPS was cool, but I did kind of piggyback Mike's pick there. But that was another one that was just straight up kind of boring. You know, it's not like it was an exciting stock pick. It doesn't need to be. But like that Rhyme one could be one of those ones. Absolute shit stock though. Don't buy NFE. Or yeah, don't buy not financial advice. Yeah, 100%. That is an interesting one to think about though, the whole AI semi bus thing. And I looked at they're not using LLM like it is actual machine learning AI. They have actual AI. It's not that BS. Gotta make sure every time. Look at that. Another short. Yeah. It is crazy that the two levels I said trade around today are the two levels we have literally just bounced the shit ton around. I said trade around this level, or this. I mean, I said this area, but I said this level. It's absolutely insane. Short to one, long from the other. Short again, possibly here. It's crazy. I mean, I'm chilling right now, but it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome seeing us move this much in the first 2 hours of the day. Your short is my bullish retest, Maddie plotting. Your entry for short is my average down. Reinforcing your trader one average down at a time. Your Kevo's liquidity. That actually be so fucked up. You're not actually like doing it, but you are doing it at the same time. It's not illegal. It's called reinforcement. I'm reinforcing my trading friend. When he buys, I sell. When he sells, I buy. That'd be bad. But yeah, good refresh, Maddie. Thank you for reminding me to look at RIME because I actually did forget about that. As soon as I was Google searching it, I was like, wait, this is starting to ring a bell. I forgot you did give me a couple footnotes on it. Literally, the AI semi bus is a good way to remember it. Could change shipping forever. Kind of nuts to say out loud. Hot take in 2026. It might be a cold take 4 years from now. Everybody will be on it. And yeah, possible bearish retest here. I'm not trading anymore, so I don't want to like get anybody hyped up, but definitely a good level to be looking around for possible trades. Though you guys could also calm down just again because of how much we moved, and it has only been the first 2 hours of the day. As we know, the first phase of the day is over now finally, and a lot of movement happened. Can you believe that? If somebody messages you today and they told you they slept in and missed the market, you tell them that they're a fool. Unless they worked their ass off the night before, then don't say that. But if they were goofing off and slept in today, oof, they missed out. Could get bought out. Oh, yeah, good idea. You really are a true Rivian connoisseur, aren't you? Over here talking about other companies getting bought out. That's crazy. Could get bought out. Me. I'm going to buy them out. I am Amazon buys them. I has bacon. I come back and we're retaking this level. Wow. I'm honestly just impressed how much we're moving still. APP is so cooked. You'll buy them. What is the market cap of RAME? Oh, God. Lily smells the bacon. What's up, dude? Totally not eating bacon without you, dude. I would never. Me? You know better than that. All right, let's see here. APP. APP. Oh, AppLovin. We've heard of this one before. I don't remember what it is. Damn, you're not lying though, dude. They've been getting obliterated. Who did they piss off? And how did they get to 745? AI cooked? Yeah. AI went from cooking to cooked so fucking fast. It's insane. I think it's because of what I told y'all, though. I mean, I'm almost 90% sure. It's the whole everyone thought it was AI. It's not. Most of it's LLM. 90% sure. Some of it's not actual AI. I really want longs for this. I want to get long swings. I'm sorry, I am eating while on the mic, but it's bacon. SPX. Oh, they're the one that you can do the app thing on. Yeah, that one was. I thought that was a pretty cool one too. My dog is in absolute heaven right now. If you guys have a dog, I need you to know right now it's not as spoiled as mine is. Ooh, a prediction that we should do one. I'm not streaming all day though, but that's a good prediction though. We close between high of day and current day open. I'm not gonna lie. When I first read your message, I thought you were trolling, and I thought you were gonna say, "We're gonna close between high and low of day," and I was about to be like, "Well, no shit." But that's actually a pretty cool prediction, yeah, because you're guessing like the top side of a pretty big ass range today. You're betting that it holds after the break retake, though. Yeah, that is a huge range, but it's just because like today is so crazy. I predict today we're gonna close between the high and the low. I've never not missed this prediction. All right, I'll be right back 1 second, guys. Yo, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I swear I'm back. That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Okay, what are we talking about in here? I want some win before the UAE opening. oh. I know. Okay, that one actually was a pretty good message. If this goes back to 67.80, I will buy myself a burger. A curry burger. Damn, that sounds crazy. That sounds fancy. A falafel wrap. I'm sorry, I had to like get up and walk around for a bit, and then my dog started playing with me. But I'm back now. It's fucking cold as hell in my room, though. I don't know what it is. Like my fan, like it'll be like warm in here, and then like I'll turn my fan on. It's like it's great, and then in the morning I'll bitch about it being cold. I should need to get better at turning my other fan off. I have like 2 fans in here. What's up? Who's still alive in here? Discord and YouTube. What's up, guys? If you're on YouTube, definitely make sure to drop a like on the stream. Good to see you all again. We have consumed bacon. Never heard of that. You're 5 blankets deep in your chair. Okay, fair enough though. You're all the way in like Michigan, so it's like actually cold where you are. You know, it's not even cold where I am. I'm complaining of the indoor AC being cold. Yeah, you're probably like actually cold over there. I respect that though. 5 blankets in the chair. That's respect. It's probably the most comfortable chair out of everybody in here right now. What kind of chairs are you guys in right now? Or are you guys standing like a bunch of freaks? Where is everybody? Are you guys at work? Or are you in your house? Or where is everybody at? I probably should have reposted the stream link just because I like posted it so freaking early on Twitter or X or whatever. That's kind of my fault. Yeah, dude, rest in peace to a pretty goated voice actor today. Or yesterday, I guess. But it's, I guess, today for our time zone. I need to go look. I wanted to see everybody he voiced. So when it comes to, I know not all of you care, but in anime, some of these voice actors are like insane, right? When they do one voice, they don't just do one; they'll do like a fuck ton of people's voices. So like, let's check this guy's out. Um, are any of these images like HD? What the fuck? Bro, why are all these images so ass? Bro, I can't even see everybody he's voiced. What is this? Okay, well, I was gonna pull it up. All these images are really bad. They're like really hard to see. But he voices like a really cool character on One Piece. It's crazy. But yeah, they'll have like these images behind them whenever like they show like who you're looking at. And they'll have like 50 characters behind them and like they'll all be like some huge character. And it's like, what? Like there's just they voice act so many things. It's crazy. So many characters. Standing desk at home? Ooh. I heard standing desks are really good. I've literally never heard a single bad thing about a standing desk. I didn't think through with my setup. My desk is my four windows in the corner. The AC doesn't quite hit. Oh, I see what you're saying. Using your computer as a heating unit. That would be funny. On the road with my loyal van. Respect. Real. The old Staples gaming chair. It's funny, man. I ran my last chair, like the old school gaming chair. Dude, I ran that thing down, man. I mean, that thing, it served its purpose. That's all I'll say. I definitely got its value out of it. This one, dude, though, I've had it for just as long though, and it's not torn up at all. This was a more expensive chair, so I'm kind of glad I did. It's lasting kind of forever. It's one of the Secret Lab chairs. I've had it forever, and it's still fine. Literally, not a single thing wrong with it. In a Mercedes. I've always pictured Alexis in one of those, like, just like the vans that like all the normal companies have nowadays. The ones that you can have like a million things inside of, or you could like build them differently with all the shelves and shit. That's how I always picture him, is just in one of those. Because they're nice. They do a shit ton of stuff. Dude, what is up with these images, man? Google's tripping. I was like, guys, it depends if this holds or not. It's insane. It breaks, we fall. It goes up, we go up. XLK is a super awesome chart to have on. (2025) Ford Transit. Damn. That's still pretty nice, though. They have him in a Mercedes. That'd be funny. I guess we go back to the one. I'm finished trading after that one trade earlier, but I know some people in here are probably still trying to get theirs. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Before I just continue just chilling and rambling on about whatever the hell I read, is anybody in here actually wanting to ask anything productive of the charts? Of course, we can keep chilling, hanging out, talk about whatever, but I don't want to stomp over anybody trying to actually learn something. Now, I would definitely recommend, if anybody's in here a little late, the first hour of this. No, wait, I guess it'd be first two because I started like an hour early. But the first like hour and a half of the stream, or just go from open, basically the first hour after open. Definitely review that if you want. A lot of cool stuff we went over, not just the live trade, but the stuff before it, the stuff after it. It was a lot of cool stuff in between. But if we have any questions or anything, please feel free to throw them out. Those always stomp out anything else priority wise. Also, go check CCLs. Anybody in CCL? And good to see you guys here in the Discord as well. Sorry, I don't click on this as much while I'm streaming. I'm just kind of clicking back and forth. Good to see you though. Daniho, good to see Jerry, JC, Letterbuck, Offender, and Carter. Good to see you all. That'll be nice in a Benzie. You just pull up to the customer's house in a Benz, that'd be nuts. Sheesh. Is anybody in this? What is that quote at right now? I don't feel like looking at my phone. I just threw it on my desk. Dun dun dun. Man, YouTube like gets me on like these playlists that are just banger after banger, and then the next playlist will be like, what is this doing on my YouTube algorithm? It's so volatile. Also, did y'all see the last week's full day stream is not on the channel? It's because that non-copyright classical playlist was actually copyrighted like crazy. Even though in the title of everything says no copyright. That was pretty cool. Which kind of sucked because that stream was insane. That stream had so much shit in it. Have you ever traded with the prop firm? No, but there's people in my chat that have. Or do. Apple's ripping? Oh, to be fair, they were holding up pretty well earlier. I almost was surprised by that. I was like, wait, yeah. I guess it's kind of nice too because you have Nvidia recovering pretty well. While Apple earlier was like one of the few that was like trying to go up the whole time. You could see like these other few. Wait, where the hell's Microsoft? Am I blind? Oh, it's right there. See, like a lot of your tech stocks open lower and push lower. While I was like, Apple was like, no, I'm trying to go up. So it's honestly in a pretty crazy spot considering it was already trying to move up, and now that the others are catching up to it, might help it move up a little higher. We'll see though. We are getting towards midday where things could start to kind of just consolidate out. It's not really bearish nor bullish, just sideways. Hey B, would you join a gaming competition for money, and what game would it be? Curious. I think I'm decent in FIFA. Dude, if you think you can win money playing FIFA, go for it. There should be no doubt in your mind. Go for it. I would support the shit out of that. That'd be so cool. What game would I do? I have no idea. That's a crazy question for me to ask or answer. I have no idea. I would never say I was like a god at any game I've ever touched. I would definitely say I was good at some games, but I would never sit there and be like thinking I was good enough like that. But dude, if you think you're good enough at fucking FIFA, dude, try that shit out, please. That would be so epic. I don't even know what's going on, and I would tune in to watch that. That would be sick, though. I know what game that would be for Maddie. If Maddie could make money playing a game, I know what game it would be. I'm not gonna say it though. He knows what I mean. Hot Pocket. No, I was meaning the farming game. I was joking. They have crowds and are willing and walling out on those crazy vibe. Yeah, the FIFA scene's pretty nuts. But it's because the soccer scene. I keep wanting to say football, but then I'm like, fuck it, just say soccer. My brain's like pausing. But yeah, I know that scene's just crazy. FIFA has like the gaming going for it, but it has the soccer going for it as well. Like I'll have like two hype crowds as well, so like, it mixes very well. That's probably just sports game in general, though. Like sports game crowds are probably just nuts. But soccer more than most probably. I mean, there is like over 1 billion people that watch it, so it's like kind of nuts. I'm gonna go to the daily and just kind of remind myself where some of these are sitting because remember a lot of these are in like the break retake scenario that we're looking for, and then from this we're looking to see can we keep going up to go bumper heads to get something like maybe up here for this chart for instance. They'll be different for every chart. For this one we'll probably do 50% of the drop just because it's a little crazy to say banks we're gonna pump to 54. No, I mean it'll probably go to 50 to 82 first. That's a very good passive, not super crazy, unrealistic target. Discretionary, no retake price action is happening yet. We're still looking for this to retake and actually hold. Comms, kind of the same story. That's your Meta, your Netflix, your Googles, but it's probably because the Googles dumped so hard today. And again, the rest of these don't really matter as much when we're talking about like context compared to the rest. If anybody in here has premium or lifetime, you have access to these videos. Please go to the VIP section, go to sectors. I've been posting posts on this, videos on this, all kinds of stuff. So you guys can like catch up if you want. But basically, just kind of using the context in short, it's like a cheat sheet. So let's say if I go to SPY, right? Let's go to SPY. Let's say SPY is like right now, sold off in a support, trying to hold. So then I take that template of everything, of all that simplified shit I just said, right? And I go to these four, specifically these four, and you just try to line up and see, are these also doing that or not? We're just trying to find the displacement between them because these matter, right? If all these four are pumping, I can almost tell you without looking that SPY is pumping because I know the makeup of these sectors. I know that when I look at these four, I'm looking at like what is it, like 70% of the market now? I mean, it's a lot. We could actually, let's just look. How much exactly is it now? Because it does change literally every day. So tech, this was literally like 37% at its height, 37, almost 38%. Whenever the tech market was pumping and staples were falling through the floor, staples were actually worth almost nothing. Where are they at now? Now, dude, now they're almost 5.5% of the SPY. That's crazy. It's just nuts to look at that. But let's go back to what I was talking about. So 43, 53, plus that. What's that? 62. It's like 62. You add your decimals, we're at like almost 65%. So about 65% of the entire market is literally just these top four sectors. So if we just have a good grip of the top four, and then also the understanding of the cyclical stuff, like when tech pumps, we'll probably see a cool off in staples. When tech cools off, we probably see a staples market move up. And that's why, too, a lot of these plays were probably a little bit boring for some people in the chat because it's like you're not used to probably taking staple picks like that because you're not used to watching a staples market pump. I mean, not really a lot of us are, but it's just when you have a cool off in the tech market, right? I mean, you see a clear pump in this, right? Go to your tech chart. What was tech doing during all this? It's literally just been consolidating, and then it had a dump. It cooled off once. So there was early signs of weakness, then there was weakness. So what do people do with their money when they're getting out of tech? Do they just go put it in their bank? No. They put it into other shit. What do they put it in? They rotate it into something that's more defensive, like a staple stock. This has been pumping during all that indecision and weakness. Now, does this happen all the time? No. But the market is cyclical. Things rotate. Things are rotated out of. Things are rotated into. So if you can understand the better, relationships between some of these sectors and how they work, and not even just like looking at these to help yourself with SPY, but maybe just looking at these to help yourself with another sector entirely, that's fine. Also, crazy day by tech, guys. We saw this do really well, and we're already seeing it go back neutral again for the day. And you see that too for SPY. You see SPY is already kind of back neutral for the day. We're really close to today's open already. We're literally one higher low away from it. After what felt like a shit ton of movement, and it was, it didn't feel like that there was a shit ton of movement. We literally went up to 683 almost. We fell to 675. We pumped back up to 683. We're still here again. We're still moving. It's a lot of movement today. But yeah, the sector stuff, I would definitely say if there's something to work on in here, it's candlestick patterns, key levels, which ones are the most directional, and then your sectors, because the sectors help us with direction. But yeah, what's good though? Stream, how y'all doing? Yeah, I like our stop loss for that play because it is a unique swing. Oh my god, ET. You're an absolute demon. That wick up is insane. Yeah, I've been calling out some very unorthodox stickers for swings, but it seems to be working. It's not like that's my intention. You know, whatever hits the plate hits the plate. You know, one day we're swinging Dell, the next day we're swinging Carnival Cruise Lines and Energy Transfer. You know, maybe we'll get an exciting name in here soon. Not really forcing it. You know, like a coin. Like this we could honestly be taking blind risk on this right now. But I already have so many open. I'm getting some pretty crazy songs on my playlist today. I don't know where they're coming from. And yeah, look, gold's still down from earlier. Silver's down. Bitcoin's, I'm not going to say down, but it is down on the day. But I just meant like trend wise, it's honestly just sitting there still now. And then you have SPY trying to like honestly hold support. So we could be seeing a rotation out of like your metals, like your gold, your silvers, your other materials, into your equities. But we'll probably won't see like a true confirmation of a trend for another couple days, pretty much till the end of this week. But to be honest with you, this is a great start. But of course, this week's a little weird just because it's a short week, and then Friday all the PCE news is coming out, which is very important when it comes to talking about, well, what about the interest rate going up or cutting it for it to go down. A lot of those important pieces of information come out this Friday. Yeah, it's a weird week. Now, why does typing the word surprised actually look wrong? Is it that extra R that just doesn't feel right? Damn, Jesse Jackson died today too, dude. What the fuck happened? First, the voice actor, that other voice actor died. Now Jesse Jackson as well. What a crazy day. I can't believe he didn't cry during the Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Literally cries during a scene about a ship. And Robert Duvall over the weekend. Jesus. Oh wait, I saw that one. I don't know why I'm googling that. I saw that one. Yeah, that one I think is the one that I cared about the most. Man, when it came to The Godfather, man, I swear he was so freaking good. What was his name in it? It was like Tom something. Let me look it up. Holy shit. Just looking at the Godfather cast is insanely legendary. Yeah, Tom Hagen. I always remember his first name because I could always remember Michael being like, Tom? Or like the way he says it. I was saddened by that one. Such a good actor. Yeah, dude, facts. Facts. Dude, holy shit. The Godfather cast is like kind of insane. Dude, I might have to watch The Godfather again this week. You know what's weird too is like there's always these crowd of people that are like, oh, I fucking hate the third one or the second one sucks or I only like the first one. It's like, dude, I loved all of them. But that might just be me. I might just be biased. But I liked every single one of them. I thought it was crazy how good they were. The first one is definitely by far the best one, but they are all really good. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here in about like 10, 15 minutes. But if you guys have anything, like question wise, or you want to throw something out, or have me look at something, or a trade review or something, please feel free to let me know or tag me or just throw it out there. Definitely a great time to do it here at the end. Hello again. Kids are home, so way too much noise to listen, but great stream. Dude, thank you, Data J. I figured you were hanging there in the background somewhere. I could smell you. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm glad to see you, dude. Thank you for at least just typing, even just let me know you're here. Appreciate you, dude. Sorry the kids are a little loud. But yeah, not a bad stream. Overall, the stream was pretty good. I had a good time. I won't lie, like I go into these thinking I'm just gonna sit here and explain for hours on end. So it is kind of nice to like actually go through a trade while I'm in one and not feel super pressured, you know? I think it's generally just because of the community we have. Like I could just do me. I don't have to stress over it. I could post a swing and I don't have to worry about, oh my God, Bueller, I got in $1 behind you. Is that okay? Bueller, I got in $4 ahead of you. Is that okay? Bueller, like, holy fuck. I'm posting these things. I'm not here to make you like rely on me, you know? That's not what this is for. So it is nice to have a group like that. Not just for my own sake, but you know, just in general. It is kind of cool. You made 10 bags, but then went on a kid tilt, lost 12. Wait, what? Oh, okay. This is making more sense when I finish the whole sentence. Mental trades, by the way. Are you still in that spy long scout from 211? Spy long scout from 211. Oh, I was about to say. Actually, I'd be worried for a second. I was like, am I? I like grabbed my phone real quick. It's like, how would I be in this still? It also didn't make sense because he said 211. I'm like, wait. That's damn near the high. Wait, is that the high? No. Damn near. God, that would actually fucking hurt. I don't know. You won't see me post a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I probably would be really good at spy swings, but I think too many people in chat would be like, "When's the next one? When's the next one?" So I don't like to like culminate a community that's like, "Do this, do this, do this, do that." When's the next swing? Like, brother, I don't fucking know. It's when I feel like it. I don't like to set the expectation of like, "Yo, I'll make you a lot of money if you just follow me," because that's just not right. It's not true. It's also not healthy on literally any end of that. No, you're good. I mean, that was a really good troll because you actually made me think I was down money. I was over here checking my account like, because I do call out my trades, you guys, so you would have just as good as knowledge as me. So I was like, fuck, we're down bad. But yeah, if we have any questions here at the end of the stream, please feel free to let me know, guys, in the Discord or in the YouTube stream. Always happy to go over some stuff with you guys. Today we mainly covered just the spy scout that I took, and then honestly, it's insane how much prep went into that trade. I think somebody that caught that live would be like, damn, he got a really good trade. But it's like, man, if you were paying attention, I'm not saying you guys aren't, but it's just if you just go look or review, you'll see I've actually been trying to catch that trade for over 24 hours, right? I was thinking about that yesterday. The whole break retake scenario, you know. Am I going to catch every bit of that? No, but I'm at least prepared for that potential scenario. I mean, you could see how high of a probability scenario that was. It almost felt inevitable that we were going to drop and then pull back up. What do I know beyond that? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to hold or not, you know, and move up the rest of the week. I have an idea that we can go up and bump our head, sure, but I don't know that. So you got to kind of set up like probabilities for yourself. Get comfortable with them because you got to get comfortable if you're actually going to try and touch it, you know, actually try and trade it. What's the difference between, well, you just wrote a joke, between a trader and a swinger? A trader swings their assets, a swinger trades their ass. Yeah. You're not wrong. Their asset. Man, I'm still thinking about that bacon I had earlier. That shit was so good. Mmm. That has to be like the ultimate American test. How many pieces of bacon did you have this morning? I don't know. I can't remember. I had too many. Ultimate American. God, dude, bacon is so good, though. What is y'all's favorite? I don't want to just ask about breakfast items, though. What is y'all's favorite food item? One specifically. By the way, last week I was trading the basics, just the PML or PMH retest. They weren't greatest, but worked good enough with defined stops. Yeah, I mean, that's why they're not like. That's why they're definitely not good to use by themselves. But it is nice to see that they're still super effective even by themselves. That's why it shows you like if you just pair them with other things, like anything can be good if you pair it with something. You know what I mean? So if you can pair like the direction of PDCP or CDO alongside what you're using with your PMH or PML, that should like reinforce direction for you or reinforce where things should magnet towards. And that can be what's truly special. But I am nice to still hear that though. Because yeah, trading them by themselves, definitely like, eh. Back in the day, we thought that was a gold mine, dude. I thought when a day was inside of the previous day, remember, I didn't know what inside bars were yet. I didn't know what outside bars were yet. I didn't know what anything was. My favorite type of trade to go for was if the day I was in started in between the previous day, like the high and the low. I knew that if the pre-market high and pre-market low was also inside of the previous day range, that I could use those as like targets. So if I broke pre-market high, I would target previous day high. If I broke pre-market low, I would target previous day low. So I got really good at trading like inside bars that were starting basically without knowing that. Like I really loved those types of trades because in my head it was like a tiny range stuck inside of a tiny range, and when it broke the tinier range, it would expand and go test the extremities of the first tiny range. Does that make sense? But yeah, that's how my brain works. Nice though. You need to rewind that. Sorry. No, you're good. Whether it's your kids or it's me, it doesn't matter. I do kind of talk in circles sometimes. I'll make the same point like 3 times. It's weird. I don't mean to do it. But yeah, feel free to rewind that as many times as you man. Many times you need. Can't even speak. All right. Well, last chance, guys. Do you guys have any questions or comments or anything for me here at the end before I end it? If anybody has any questions about the overall SPY analysis, we're still kind of in the same boat. We kind of initiated the beginning of what I posted in my video already, the break and retake. Even though it was just a wick, still happened. Now we're kind of looking to see what kind of reaction follows this. Do we consolidate out more? Do we have more of an aggressive buyer move back up and bumper head against 687s? Do we take our time to get there? Is this all just a bunch of hot air before the news Friday? Who really knows? It makes sense. Good PT and probably easy. Yeah, I know, 100%. I think it was just about what you said there about how it's easy to see. Like it was just like, oh, nice, tight range inside of other range. Bet when it explodes, it's going to go to the outsides of the other range. Super, super basic, but yeah, I think that's what it was. Just it was comfortable because it was really easy to look at. All right, well, If there's nothing here, then I do appreciate you guys for posting your trades, your trade reviews. I really do appreciate that because, you know, if some newbie comes in here and they see all this stuff, it's nice to kind of show them like, hey, we're not just a call out group. You know, it is like a work together kind of group. Let's see, is this bullish, is this bear? You know, all that kind of stuff. So it's nice to see the reviews, the posts, all that stuff from everybody. So seriously, thank you guys. If you contributed any way to the chat or to the stream or literally any to any way, shape, or form, thank you. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys again. I'll get the polls message up a little bit earlier today since we haven't been posting it every day. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll miss you.